What's going on, everybody? Who be 186 back again with another video, the Overrated Podcast, episode 77. I am your co-host, Who be 186, and Steve, you talk while I right or wrong here. Do your thing.
So yeah, traditionalist 101's here, everyone, and we came a little late today.
Cause of
I know we
you,
were supposed to start
cause of you.
at 7:30. Well, we didn't even have a show Thursday because of you, so don't get me started with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I had a couple things I had to do with school, but at least we actually have a show, unlike the ranking that we didn't have last week because of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we're still here and we are planning to have a show this Saturday. So for those of you gamers that are out there that are a huge fighting game fan or particularly a Tekken fan, we will definitely have a Tekken ranking this Saturday. It's not going to be that long. We don't have that many Tekken games out there, but I'm definitely looking forward for that episode this Saturday on the Overrated podcast.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, keep talking. I'm trying to do something.
Okay, so anyway, I there's a lot of things that has been going on, uh, and since having has to do something, this actually gives me an opportunity. A lot of strange thing has been going on lately. We have more people who ended up um, dying for cardiac arrest. We having freaking spy balloons flying in the air. We have freaking egg prices is skyrocketing. I don't know what in the world is going on in this world, but all of it seems to be heading in the wrong direction. And for me, I don't know about you all, but I freaking love eggs, man. I love scrambled eggs. I love fried eggs. I love any type of egg. I love boiled eggs, and freaking they're mad expensive now. Mad expensive.
Okay.
Freaking like 6, 7, $8 for a carton of eggs.
No,
That's
no, no, no one cares about eggs.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I do, I do. You don't care about it, but I do. You could eat your all your garbage snacks that you like to eat, but I actually like actual food,
anyways,
like you.
Malta. Yeah, we're here, bro. How you doing, Ruben? What's going on, bro? Yes, you are a mod. You are a mod on my channel also, but I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting between the two. So you're a mod here. So
What do you mean? What's going on?
he's a moderator on this channel.
Oh, oh, okay. I mean, if you're gonna be a moderator, you might as well be in the you know, in the like, it might as well be the three of us.
You're not you. What?
Cause you say he's a moderator.
Yeah,
Okay, so where is he?
he's a moderator in the chat.
Oh, in the chat. Oh, I thought you meant in the live stream. Like I thought you meant he's going to be with us and he's just going to be moderating. That's what I thought you meant. But okay, but in the
No.
chat. All right, all right, all right.
Okay. Anyways, you thought I was gonna get a can? Well, not now. Like that's sometime down the road. That's sometime down the road. Don't play the blame game, Steven.
What blame game? If you're talking about the Tekken one, that's all his fault. All 100% his fault. He had me waiting. He had safe rating, and yeah, that's all his fault. So you could explain yourself with that.
It's private.
Hmm. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah. I already told you what the deal was. So yeah.
Okay. I mean, you have the stuff to do with family, which is fine. But even though you told us the day of and not previously, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Mhm. So when did I tell you I found out?
I can't remember. I think you
All
told me
right,
the
all right,
day
all right.
of. The day of, you told me.
When do you think I found out?
I have no idea.
Okay. Anyways, Ruben said that Lizzo is winning, much to Steve's displeasure. Well, what there was a Grammys was yesterday. I didn't even know about it. I don't watch award show, but apparently she won a couple of awards.
I don't watch those award shows anymore. The only award show that I watch, even the movie awards, I don't watch anymore. The only ones I watch is the video game awards if I have the time. That's it.
My condolences about everything. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not that. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. It's just a situation that I had to take care of. You know what I mean? So yeah, but hopefully I can have less of those distractions moving forward. But you never know. That's what happens when you have aging parents. You know what I mean? You have to look out for them. So
So your
what?
weekend wasn't all that.
It wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad. I bought Smash Brothers.
What a joke! What a joke that what a joke that is. After all the crap over the years of you talking trash about that franchise, talk about it's a overrated franchise, and you
I still
actually
think it's
bought the
overrated.
game,
I still think it's overrated, but I
and,
bought
and,
it.
and you bought the game anyway.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going.
you
But I'm not going to play it until I can find a GameCube controller. Because it's the only controller I can play the game on.
wait, why can't you play with the?
I've never used any other controller to play Smash. Because the first time I played Smash was on the GameCube. I didn't play the N64 Smash Bros. Game. Never played it.
Hmm.
And the only time I really played Smash Bros. Was on the GameCube. So
Okay,
therefore,
but you talk trash. You gave the GameCube a C, so use the Pro controller, the controller that you actually like.
I don't have. I have a controller. I do have a Pro controller. It's not the official Pro controller, but I do have a controller for the Switch. It's very good. It's very very good. Highly recommended. But when it comes to Smash, I'd rather play with the GameCube controller. It's the only controller I can play that game with. And
And why
it's the only reason why you guys like that controller also.
and why you don't want to use the Pro controller on Smash?
Because I don't feel comfortable using other controllers outside of the GameCube controller.
And yet the controller gets a C. All right. Yeah, we could. Well, I'll leave
Yeah,
it at
because
that. I'll leave it. I'll leave it at
it's a good controller for one game, and a controller is a great controller for all games. You notice the difference?
that. An average controller shouldn't be your primary controller for any game, especially if
And
the controller is just average.
the GameCube is not that. It's not that. The GameCube is a controller best utilized for one game, which is Smash Brothers. And yes, you are right, Ruben. It is cheap, so I just couldn't find one when I bought Smash. So once I can find it, it's not expensive. So it's not that won't be a big deal. That won't be a big deal. Let me ask you a quick question. The GameCube controllers that you have, are those original controllers, or are those like the re-releases that Nintendo put out?
Not original.
Original? Okay. So they're all original.
All the controllers that we have for the GameCube,
Mhm.
they were original GameCube controllers when we had the GameCube.
Yeah, because the one I'm looking for is like a re-release. So see, I do wonder if those re-releases can be used on a regular GameCube. I wonder if you can use them on a regular GameCube.
What does it matter to you? You don't even have the GameCube anymore.
Yeah, I know, but I do wonder if it'll work on. I do wonder if it'll work on it though.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, so let me read. Okay, so Ruben said that he found the Animal Crossing theme GameCube controller, and I have a blue Zelda controller. Okay, um, yeah, because a lot of their wired controllers are themed, and yeah. So I mean, I'm definitely not getting. I just need a GameCube controller. Like, I'm not definitely not getting an Animal Crossing themed one. But if I can find, I just need one. So I'll be able to find one. That's not a big deal. But I do have Smash. So whenever you're ready, we can play. And then I know you got Tekken 7 and Soul Calibur 6. So
Well, yeah. So my weekend was pretty good. I had to go to. We went to a party, a dinner party, family dinner party on Saturday. We had to go to Bayside, and man, the traffic down there is just horrible. It's horrendous. That's why I hate traveling to Miami, especially far, way down there. It's just awful with the traffic. But we got in. It was a buffet, and it was really nice. It was definitely nice.
what type of buffet did you go to?
It was it looked like it was a real fancy buffet. Not I wouldn't say. I mean the food there, it was like a steak type of buffet. Like it had all sorts of steaks and fish and poultry,
Hmm.
and then it had a salad bar. Um, it had like all sorts of cheese, like exotic cheese. So it was definitely a different
Do you
type of.
remember? Do you,
It,
do you
it's
remember
it's
the price?
called the knife.
The knife. Wait a minute. The knife? Isn't that's an Argentinian restaurant, ain't it?
I don't think so because, like I
Isn't,
said, it,
isn't
it was a
that
whole.
isn't that the one? It's on Hollandale Beach Boulevard, right?
The one in no, that one closed down. The one in
Oh,
Hollandale, that one closed down. Now
oh,
they only have one that's in Bayside.
oh, okay, 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 okay. I know. I didn't know. We used to work at I used to work at the one at the not the knife, but at Tony Roma's that was next to it.
Hmm.
I've never been inside. I didn't know it was I didn't know it was like a buffet. I thought it was just a regular restaurant.
Yeah, definitely a buffet.
Oh.
I enjoyed every. So the fact that it was really good, I said to myself, you know what, like that. I although I hate to travel, it was definitely a nice spot to be in.
Yeah.
Definitely a nice spot to be in. So I definitely enjoyed myself. Everybody really enjoyed themselves, so it was good. It was definitely um, a place where I will probably go again, but only in special occasions. I'm not gonna go there just to go there.
Ruben asked if the service was good enough to tip.
The service there was absolutely amazing. I tipped the guy $20.
Oh wow.
I tipped him 20. My brother tipped him 10. My sister tipped him 20. So he had a $50 tip on top of the gratuity that they already added in the bill. So I think he probably ended up almost $100 because I think the gratuity that they added was, I think it was like $48,
Hmm.
and we added 50, so like close to $100 he had for one table. So I know he's definitely satisfied, but it was definitely well deserved. He kept on bringing the water, filling our glass with water like he's supposed to. Kept on making sure that our table was clean. He picked up all the dirty plates that he needed to pick up. Like he was just definitely. attentive, and it looked like he was really enjoying and serving us. So I had to tip him really good. I had to tip him really good. So I gave him 20,
All right.
as what a server is supposed to do.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm gonna give him props because usually I always expected, because I went on record saying that men suck when it comes to hospitality, but he did an excellent job. Kudos to him.
Okay. Let me read some more comments from Ruben. The button configuration is weird to me. It's like you gotta rotate the controller on a pro with the four buttons. Is weird to me. Yeah, I agree. I don't I don't like the button configuration for the GameCube, but it's the only controller I can use for that game. So plus the controller is not expensive, so it's not that big of a deal.
But again, that controller, the Pro controller, is pretty much similar to the PlayStation controller or the Xbox controller. So I don't understand how a regular standard controller you can't utilize on the Smash game.
I just rather buy the GameCube controller.
All right,
I
fair
just
enough,
rather
I guess.
Mine's our original first party. To me, a controller is a controller. I agree. The best controllers are a controller, but you have some other controllers that are configured stupidly, and it is what it is. He said that he's still out in Seattle. He'll be back this weekend. So
Oh wow, you still in Seattle? That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Good for you, bro. Good for you.
okay. Do you have anything else to say before I roast you?
Um, oh yeah, and this is the game that that I picked up. Everyone, it was a combo. Right? Tekken and Soul Calibur.
How much did you? How much?
So I think it was like
Mm-hmm.
$30, for this game. So I haven't tried it out yet. I've been just far too busy. I just picked it up just recently. And what I wanted to say is I don't want to call it I'm roasting you,
Mm-hmm.
but there's been a couple of games that I have bought recently. And which was this obviously. I bought Alan Wake, which is also for the PS4. And I also bought there was another game that I bought for the PS4. What was it? Um Crap, I can't remember what the other game I bought for the PS4. But the reason why I said that I kind of want to roast you is because it's because of now you see why that gamers like me and a lot of gamers on Twitter always encourage Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo to support backwards compatibility. And this is a prime reason why. Because I did not have a PS4, I still have the opportunity to play PS4 games. See, I would not be able to buy this game if it wasn't backwards compatibility. Now, would I? Would I? No. So once again, you, sir, are wrong for saying that backwards compatibility is not a big deal. It's a huge deal because there's going to be people who miss out on buying a particular console, and even if they bought the console, if you have a PS5, you are able to save space because it's backwards compatibility. Because most people are going to get rid of it, like how you always get rid of yours. And two, when you have opportunities to play games that you have missed, even if you bought the previous console, when there's games that you have missed, but let's say you end up seeing it used on GameStop or the game happened to be on sale. Oh man, I never tried this game before. I have a PS5, it's backwards compatibility. I still have an opportunity to play. Those are good primary reasons why it's necessary for new consoles to be backwards compatible, have a backwards compatibility function. Now we can move on.
Okay. Good for you. I mean, I have a PS5. I mean, I have a PS4, and I played all the games that I need to play on it. So, yeah.
That that that, that doesn't mean that it shouldn't be backwards compatible though.
I
Just
mean,
because
whether
just because
whether it is or it isn't, at the end of the day, I buy new consoles to play new games. Doesn't mean I can't go back and play old games. Like I was just playing Donkey Kong Country today on my Switch. I played Mario Kart on my Switch. The OG Mario Kart on my Switch. The best one ever that they made, by the way.
Hmm.
It's cool, but why did I buy the Switch?
I don't know.
To
You,
buy
you
to play Switch games. I bought a Switch to play Switch games. That's why I bought a PS5 to play PS5 games. Now I have PS4 games. I still have two PS4 games that I'm still playing. But that's not
hmm
why I bought. But that's not the reason why I bought the PS5. I bought the PS5 to play PS5 games. That's it. Like again, if it, like I said before, I don't mind if they add backwards compatibility, but it's not. It shouldn't be a selling point for a console.
absolutely it should.
Okay.
Absolutely it should. Because we people complain about how they no longer care about how they no longer care about preserving old software, old IPs. The only way for older games to be preserved is if game consoles have backwards compatibilities, because that's really the only traditional way for us to play older games. So you can't just say, oh well, it's no big deal if they don't have it. It's a huge big deal. It's a huge deal.
I know.
Because once again, if a person ever bought a PS4, because let's say he bought an Xbox, or let's say the person had a Nintendo console and he has a PS5, all the games that he had missed, whether if it was Street Fighter, or let's say if it was Tekken, or let's say it was Final Fantasy for the PS4, etc., etc. Now he has opportunities to play them. Why? Because it's backwards compatibility. That's why. That's why.
That's why he bought the PS5.
To play the PS5 games and PS4 games that he missed that are not available on the PS5.
Okay. All right. Let me read some comments. All right. So conspiracy agents in the chat. What's going on, bro? He said that he has Soul Calibur 6. Ruben said that he has 6, but he prefers the story in 5. I prefer 6 over 5. I hated the roster in 5. Soul Calibur 5 had a shitty roster. My problem with Soul Calibur, the newer games, I don't feel like the games. I don't feel like the games. Not necessarily age well. I feel like they put too much they put too many weird mechanics into the game. My favorite thing about Soul Calibur and Soul Blade or whatever was the movement and the sword play and all the other stuff. Like I love the I don't want to say necessarily like realistic, because not obviously we know it's not realistic. But I love the basic mechanics of the older Soul Calibur games. The matches felt more free flowing. It just felt better than the newer games where you have all these like magic powers and all this other shit that it just, to me, it was just a turn off to me. This is a turn off to me. And I mean, I always want to give 6 a try again, because I still have the game. I have it digitally. I still have the game, but I don't know. Every time I play 6, I wish I was playing like 2 or the OG Soul Calibur on. I wish I was playing those games instead.
Hmm.
So, but that's just me. That's just me. So, yeah. All right. So let me continue reading. Uh, I think Ruben's referring to the Tekken Soul Calibur package, like that. It's a deal, and he might be referring to backwards compatibility, saying it's not not a huge deal. Emulate that. That's where I'm at when it comes to like, if a generation is like one generation behind, then like to me then it's fine. I'm talking about preserving older games. I'm talking about Nintendo, Super Nintendo, even for some people further back. If you want to do that. that's where I think emulation is important. But obviously you have certain gaming companies. We're not going to name who they are, but you guys know who it is, who are against it because they want to resell. They want to keep reselling you the old games over and over again. So yeah, Chris is in the chat. How you doing, Chris? He said my PS2 played my old PS1 games.
Exactly. You see how convenient that is, Chris. When, by the way, what's up, Chris? Man, it's always awesome to see you here, bro. But yeah, you see how awesome it is and how convenient it is
Mhm.
that your PS2 console could play both PS2 and PS1 games. It's awesome.
Yeah, and
It's
the
fantastic.
PS3 could play PS1 and PS2 games. At
Once
least
again,
yeah, the
awesome.
first one. But when did the PS3 start selling?
When the price went down,
Mm-hmm. And they removed the backwards compatibility, at least for the PS2 games. I
I don't
think
think. Go ahead.
I think you can always play PS1 games on any PS3. You can play PS1 games, but it's the PS2 emulation that they got rid of.
I
Well,
think
yeah,
I
go ahead.
think that was probably by accident. I don't. I think that was by accident that they were able to that they left the PS1 functionality in there.
Could be, but at the end of the day, the reason why the PS3 started selling because the price dropped, and plus they were releasing top-notch PS3 games.
We all know the main reason is because they lowered the price. Nobody didn't want to pay $600 for a console.
That's fine, but it coincided with the games that they were releasing on the console. So conspiracy agent said that you guys should do like a 1v1 on Soul Calibur 6. He said that Soul Calibur 5 had Enzo and Dampier. Yeah, I remember Enzo. I remember that.
And as far as the versus stuff, like it would be awesome to do streaming, going against each other, or let's say against you guys, in the chat and whatnot. I think that'd be awesome, and we could stream it live and whatnot. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. Only a certain, at least from to my knowledge, I don't really see that many people do that on their own channels.
Yeah.
So I think that would be awesome.
Conspiracy agent said when I saw the Soul Calibur 4 trailer, which included Yoda, Darth Vader, and Galen the Merrick, the trailer showed Mitsubishi blocked. Yeah, yeah. Is it Mitsubishi? That's not his name. Mitsu,
Missouri, not Missouri.
the dude with the
Miss,
knife.
yeah. With the knife.
Hmm?
You mean the
With the big sword. With the big sword. The
oh,
main
Siegfried?
character.
Siegfried
No,
with the big
no,
sword?
not. Yeah, Mitsurugi. Mitsurugi. You call him Mitsubishi. That's funny.
I don't think he's the main character anymore.
Yeah, I guess. But showed Mitsurugi block Darth Vader's lightsaber with the sword, which is BS. The lightsaber should have cut through the sword. Inconsistency. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then there wouldn't be no game because the lightsaber technically would cut through all those swords. But you have to play by the rules of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. It would be way too no. They couldn't do that, man. I like that.
Right. Rosa said this is going to be a legendary podcast, and I'll get to the other two in a second. I'll get to the other thing in a second, Malta. Let me see.
This is going to be a legendary podcast. Well, why do you think this is going to be a legendary podcast, Malta? I'm curious. I'm curious, buddy.
Okay, so on that note, let's go to your tweet. All right, let's go to your tweet. Let me pop it up first before I get started roasting your ass. Let's see. Okay, just give me one moment. All right.
Well, Ruben says Fall Guys battle. I never played Fall Guys. I do want to try it, but I never actually had an opportunity to play it. So I know for a fact that I would lose because I never played the game before. But I'm definitely would be down to give it a try, even though pretty much beat me every single time. Um,
There you go.
Malta said this is going to be good. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I actually have a couple of things to say, but you'll see what I'll have to say later on. Um,
All right.
conspiracy, stupid autocorrect.
Can
Yeah,
you-
yeah, trust me, conspiracy. It happens to me all the time. And what I hate, what people do, whether if it's on IG or on Twitter or whatever, they will try to correct you, knowing damn well that a lot of times it's because of the autocorrect that actually messes you up. But then they still try to correct your grammar. Like, all right, yeah, yeah, thanks a lot, professor. Thank you.
All right. So
Um,
you see the Jimmy Butler thing.
and he says I'll have to re-download it. Okay, yeah.
Do
Fire
you
Team Elite is my vote. Okay, cool. And last comment: need to practice on Soul Calibur 6. Been a year and a half since I played. It actually been a while since I played a Soul Calibur game, also. But to be fair, it's mainly because I didn't have a last gen console. So because I was boycotting, just to remind everyone, I was actually boycotting last gen because I was sick and tired of the microtransactions. I was sick and tired of all the play to win. I was tired of incomplete games. And what Capcom did to Street Fighter 6, that was the last straw.
we five?
And yeah, 5, that was the last straw. When continue on, the big hype of Cyberpunk. And one quick thing I want to say about Cyberpunk, for some reason I thought that Hoovie 186 here was actually interested in the game. And with all the hype that was going on with that game, I thought he was going to buy it. And so my plan was to go over to his house, try the game out, and see how I liked it. And then that game just got obliterated by people in social media. People was just posting all the glitches, all the game didn't even work. And once that game came out, I was happy that not only that I left that generation, I was so happy that I stayed away from that generation because I said, you know what, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the reason why I was not interested in getting a PS4 or an Xbox. I just stuck with the Switch.
All right. You ready? You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So this is the tweet from Bleacher Report a couple days ago. Right? You see it?
Hmm.
Okay. LeBron James is 36 points away from the NBA scoring title.
Is he playing
Lock.
tonight?
Look. Lock to break it next game? Question mark. Oh, let me see. Is he playing tonight? Let me see. I think they play tomorrow. I think they play tomorrow.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's
Um, who are they playing against tomorrow?
damn.
Is it OKC or
You see.
is it OKC or is it not the Clippers?
I'll look it up on my phone. Let me see.
I think it's OKC they're playing against, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's at home. But I thought that was tonight. Isn't that tonight?
No, it's tomorrow. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Man.
While you're looking, Malta says, "Man, I really hope he doesn't break it tomorrow because I'm gonna be at the studio." Oh, what studio? Like, when you say studio, do you mean like recording music?
Yeah, you're right. Thunder 10 o'clock.
Okay. You mean like recording music or oh, okay, you said my album is getting mixed tomorrow. Oh, that's awesome, man. That is fantastic. I always be supportive of people's dreams, and I hope you continue on and you succeed, and I hope you make it big, man. Hope you make it big.
Okay.
Bay 8 Studios. I'm in a heavy metal band. Yeah, I seen a couple of your photos like on IG. Yeah, I said, oh man, look at this guy. But yeah, dude, trust me, I wish you the best, and I hope for you to succeed, and I'm pretty sure who feels the same way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so the tweet right here from Bleacher Report: LeBron James 36 points from scoring title, locked to break it next game. Right, and here you are with this tweet. Right, if everyone can see this right here, the fact that he's not even winning makes it meaningless. The fact that they're the same guy who spent all this time trying to use qualifiers about, oh well, I said maybe no one cares, maybe, or I certainly people may not care. Here's the thing: the fact that he not winning makes it meaningless. What did this sound like to you? Did this sound like maybe, Steve?
Um, I think that him not winning and how people kept on complaining how he cares more about breaking the record instead of actually, trying to win and trying to compete for a championship.
How do you know?
Yeah,
Okay,
to a lot of people feel like it's
stop,
going to
stop,
be
stop,
meaningless. Yeah.
stop that. Why how do you know that he only cares about how do you know he only cares about scoring the scoring record? How do
How
you
do I
know?
know? How do I know?
How do you know?
Because he plays no defense. That's how I know.
So if you play no defense, that means all you care about is scoring.
When you purposely conserve energy to not play defense and you only conserve it so you can play offense, yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. He
And
only
you
he
and
only
you
cares
were
about the
and you
offensive side.
were
No,
the
no, no, no.
biggest
You asked
fan.
me a question,
Uh-huh.
and that means you only care on the offensive end.
Well,
And
what's your thoughts
you
about James Harden?
and someone like you
What's your
who
thoughts about James Harden?
let,
Don't
let
talk
me let
about
me
me.
finish.
Don't talk
No,
about
no,
me.
no. Yeah, yes,
Let's
yeah,
talk about
you.
James Harden.
Because the fact that you complain about guys like Carmelo Anthony,
Mm-hmm.
you complain about Kyrie Irving,
Mm-hmm.
you complain about Russell Westbrook, you
Mm-hmm.
complain about so many of these guys. Oh, they don't play defense, or they don't play defense. But yet you completely ignore that when it comes to LeBron James. Why?
I don't ignore anything when it comes to LeBron James. I already said that he's not the defender he used to be.
No, 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 no,
I
no,
said
no,
that,
no.
bro. I said that multiple times. But the thing is that you're changing the topic.
No,
You're
I'm
changing
not.
the topic. Yeah, you
No, I'm
are. Yeah,
not.
you are.
You asked me a
You are.
question. How do I know? And I
How do
told you how. I told you how because he is purposely not playing defense. That's how.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Now,
that's my reason.
but yet that didn't stop you from for being a huge fan of James Harden. And we all know that when it comes to defenders, we all know at least LeBron James used to be a defensive player of the year caliber defender, and James Harden was not. But that
He
didn't
never
stop
won.
you. That didn't
He didn't
stop
win.
you. That didn't stop you from from being a fan of James Harden. Now, did it?
I was a huge fan of James Harden. Huge
Okay.
fan.
All right. So that point's mute.
No, it's not.
Here, yeah,
No, it's not.
it's mute. It's
No, it's not.
100% mute.
Because
It's a hundred
no,
percent.
no, it's
No, it's
not.
not.
Because
No, now
we know
you're picking
we
and choosing
know
because
we
you
know.
don't like the guy.
No, I already caught you. The
No,
reason, the reason,
you
the,
ain't
the
catching
reason,
anything.
the reason why is because LeBron James is purposely not playing defense. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm,
He's purposely not playing defense.
mm-hmm,
He's only he's saving his energy, conserving his energy
mm-hmm.
for the offensive side.
And you
So
and that
what?
didn't bother
So
you, and that didn't bother you. That didn't bother you when it came to Russell Westbrook and James Harden.
Russell
And now
Westbrook
and now all, and now all of a sudden it bothers you.
so when Russell Westbrook, okay, so we brought up James Harden. Now we bring up Russell Westbrook. Russell
Mhm.
Westbrook purposely conserve energy on the defensive end.
Absolutely, he does. The only time he plays defense is when it goes against someone he doesn't like. That's when he decides to play defense.
Really?
Yeah,
Like who?
like Ricky Rubio. You remember that series where Rubio cooked him in that one game? He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna shut that shit down the next game." I ain't never seen that dude play the type of defense he tried to play on Ricky Rubio.
What about with Damian Lillard?
He same thing. That's the only time he tried. That's the only time he tried to play defense.
But aren't those guys good quality basketball players?
They all are, and they all are. James Harden, Russell Westbrook. I never argued that those guys were bad basketball players. Not even the least bit. Not even the least bit. To me, what I've always said, and you can label this to LeBron James too. The thing is that if all you can do is score, and we all know that's not all um LeBron James can do. But if scoring is your main thing and yet your team's not winning, what good is what good is are the scoring if your team's not winning? I've always said
Exactly.
that.
Okay.
I've always said
But
that. But
but
we're
that
not.
doesn't apply to
But
that doesn't apply to LeBron James though. You're not applying that to LeBron James though.
but here's the difference between him and Westbrook and Harden. LeBron James has championships. Westbrook and Harden don't.
So the championships negates of him not playing defense now?
Yeah,
How? If
because
that if that was anybody else, he would have been crucified.
what is if you can win a championship, what like then yeah, it is what it is. If you can win a championship, the reason why Harden and Westbrook and I know what you're doing. You're distracting from the main point, but
No, no, I'm
we'll
not.
get to
No, I'm
it.
not.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
You asked me the
But the
question.
main
You asked
thing,
me the question.
the main thing is that at the end of the day, if you can win a championship, then you're golden. LeBron James has championships. Harden with his style did not win anything. Westbrook with his style didn't win anything. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, going back to your tweet, I have a feeling no one will care. Similar to when he beat MJ's record. Now, here's the thing: you keep mentioning MJ's record. Michael Jordan's not the record holder. He's not the record holder. Kareem is.
You do realize whenever a player surpasses another player, regardless of where he is, they mention that and they celebrate that.
Yeah, to an extent, but he's not the record holder.
So okay. So when they so when,
When do they celebrate it? When is the biggest celebration?
when was the biggest?
When do they sell when you're going through the record books, right? When you're going through the record book, you're going after this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, whatever, right? When is the passing of a certain player the biggest? When you pass number one, yes or no?
When you pass them, but no, but all of it is being celebrated though. Even like, okay, for example, like, let me give you one good example.
Mhm.
Like the example when I think it was Danny Green when he surpasses Ray Allen of the most 3 point in the finals. I think it was in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
They celebrated that and they mention it constantly in the finals. And we all know that Danny Green, he's not even an all star. That dude's not even an all star. But yet, because he surpassed Ray Allen, who's one of the greatest 3 point shooters of all time, they mentioned it and it was celebrated.
You want to know why it
And,
was celebrated?
why? Because it was in the finals.
Yeah, that's a finals record. It's in the finals. It's not like oh, it's a regular. It's not like it's a regular season record. It's a
Okay,
finals record
it's a finals record. But my point is, you see how when you surpass somebody else, it's a big deal to a lot of people.
because it was in the finals. It was in the biggest moment.
I got you on this one, bro.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you
Because
not. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
first you said, oh, it's not a big deal. Here I just told you it is a huge deal. Whether if it's in the finals or if it's in the regular season, when you surpass somebody, it's a huge deal, bro.
No,
And because
it was a
MJ,
record.
and even though MJ was not number one, it's still MJ. He was, what wasn't he, like, what, number three at the time?
I don't remember.
I think he was number three at the time. And when LeBron James surpassed him, he was obviously crying about it, all this other stuff. But mainly, nobody didn't care.
I mean,
No,
is it no one
nobody
didn't
cared,
care or you
and
didn't?
a lot of people didn't care. Like they even talked about it they even talked about it in sports media how the people's reaction was like, oh, I don't really care about that. But when Kobe Bryant surpassed Michael Jordan record, it was a huge deal. A huge deal. What's the difference between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember when either guy passed Jordan. I don't remember when either guy passed Jordan. But here's the thing: Kobe Bryant.
You don't even remember.
No, I don't remember. But here's the thing: like Kobe Bryant, his game is very reminiscent of Michael Jordan. So obviously that's going to be a parallel between the two. Of course, they're going to make a parallel between the two because their games are very similar to each other.
But if he's played long enough and he has surpassed it, Karl Malone's record, he would have been celebrated with that too.
I mean, yeah, but what's the biggest celebration that's gonna happen if they pass the number one, right?
When they pass number one, that'll be a celebration. But
That would be
even
the
the
biggest celebration.
okay, that's fine. But regardless, it was constantly being celebrated whenever you surpass somebody. Like I think when Dirk Nowitzki passed who was it that he passed? I can't remember if it was Kevin Garnett or it was somebody that he passed. They stopped the game and then he was being celebrated. So like this stuff happens all the time. You don't have to be number one in order for you to be celebrated for breaking for
But
surpassing
you
somebody
said,
else's scoring record.
but here's the thing. You said I have a feeling no one will care.
Similar
That
to
was you
how
said.
yes, similar to how what happened. I was making the comparison with him and Jordan.
Okay, which is dumb. But regardless of that, this whole
Yeah, yeah,
tweet is
yeah,
dumb.
yeah, yeah. You say dumb when I already
Yeah,
proved
it's
you
dumb.
wrong.
No, you
When
didn't
I
prove me
already
wrong.
when I already proved you
You didn't
wrong.
prove me
No,
wrong in anything.
no. I
You didn't
already
prove
proved
me
you
wrong in
wrong
anything.
when I already proved you wrong when Kobe Bryant surpassed MJ's record, who wasn't number one, and yet what was your response? Oh, I don't remember. All
No,
right,
I
so
don't. No, I
all right, yeah,
don't
all right, so
remember.
all right, so
Okay,
you
because I
stay
don't
quiet
remember.
on
Wait,
that.
wait. So
So be
how? So
quiet, be
because I don't
quiet,
remember because I don't
be
remember. That
quiet.
means that because I don't remember. That means that that's a point for you.
Yeah, you don't
How
you,
the
you
hell does
don't
that make
you don't
any
you don't
sense?
you don't even remember. So how is it dumb when I just gave you the comparison how people did not care when Jordan when LeBron passed to Jordan, but you
First of
said,
all,
oh,
you already know that. You don't know that.
that's dumb, that's stupid, whatever. Oh, but it was a huge celebration when Kobe Bryant did it. And
How,
your excuse is,
bro?
oh, you and your
I already told
and
you why
your
it was.
and your
I already
excuse
told
is,
no, 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 no.
oh,
I'm
because it's
sorry.
reminiscent to
I already
Michael
told
Jordan.
you. I
Whatever,
already
bro.
told you why it may have been. Like I said, I don't remember either one of those guys passing Jordan. I don't remember. But if it was a bigger deal for Kobe to pass Jordan, it's because their games are very parallel to each other. Very parallel to each other. LeBron James don't play like Michael Jordan.
So
Kobe does.
that that's the only
I
reason
don't. I
why
don't
they were
know.
celebrated.
I don't know because I don't know. I don't remember what the context was when it came to how people celebrated Kobe passing Jordan as opposed to LeBron passing Jordan. I don't remember either one. I don't remember either one.
You don't remember when LeBron James was getting all emotional once he passed Jordan's record?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
But regardless of all that, right? At the end of the day, he's not number one. He's not. And for you to make
I
a
already
claim,
proved. I already proved you wrong. But you don't have to be number one to be celebrated.
that's fine. But he's not number one. He's not number one. Your thing is the fact that he's not even winning makes it meaningless. You can't be the number one scorer in NBA history and it be meaningless.
When all you doing throughout, whether if it's this season or last season, and et cetera, et cetera. If all you're doing is just stat paddling, how or even Laker fans are saying, then yeah, people are just gonna say, oh, you all you were doing was stat paddling, and you don't care about winning. All you care about is surpassing Kareem's record. Yeah, a lot of
All
people are
that,
going
all
to hate
that,
that.
no, all that is just your bullshit excuse for your that's your thought process, and you find other idiots on the internet to back up what you're saying. What's the most important record when it comes to individuals? When to an individual basketball player, what's the one that you get judged on the most?
None of
What?
that
What?
matters. No, no, no,
Answer.
no, no. I'm
Answer
answering the question.
the question.
None of that
Answer.
matters. I'm going to say what you always say. None of
Mhm.
that matters when you don't win.
Okay.
None of that matters when you don't win.
And
Whether
he has
whether
he has
whether that
cut the crap. He
and
has
that's
four terms. Cut the crap. He has
no,
four
no, no.
terms.
I'm not cutting the crap because I'm
Cut the
not
crap.
cutting the crap. Want to know why? Because even you have said, even on a regular game, on just one game, if a guy scores 60 points and loses, what do you say? Oh, that doesn't matter. Oh, wait, but how does it change the fact that he still scored 60 points? Oh, did he win? Your argument has always been, did he win? Freaking Golden State when they surpassed the Bulls record. What did you say? Did they win the championship? Did they win? That was always your response.
But that
But
doesn't mean
but
that
but
the
but,
that
but,
doesn't mean that the
but,
record
but in
book
this case,
that doesn't mean that the
but
records
in
don't
this
count.
case, but in
That's
this,
different. Here it is. It doesn't mean that the record don't count.
but
It's still
you
in the
still
record book.
dismissed it. You still
Of course
dismissed
I
it.
did. Of course I did. Because why? Because at the end of the day, you're judged on winning you're judged on winning championships, right? We all know that. That's not rocket science. We all know that you're judged on winning championships. But that doesn't mean that the record don't exist. If someone asks you who's the winningest team in NBA history in the regular season, you're gonna say the Golden State Warriors. That's a fact. You can't change that.
This,
You can't change that.
I find it interesting that you do now. You can make a completely different tone when it
It's
when
not.
it
It's not,
comes
it's
to
not a different
when it
tone.
comes to records and winning.
Steve, it's not a different tone. It's stating facts. Are the Golden State Warriors a better team than that Chicago Bulls team that won 70 games or whatever the record that the Warriors beat? The answer is no. Why? Because they didn't win a championship. But do they have more wins than that Bulls team? Yes. Both things can be true because both those things are a fact. They're a fact. They're not opinion. Those are fact.
A fact that you still dismissed. That was my point.
Okay.
A fact,
Okay.
the fact that you dismissed, the fact that you said, oh, it doesn't matter. It didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
All of
That,
that
that
still
could be
meant
true
the
too.
same thing.
That could be true. That could be true too. That
All
could be
that
true
meant
too.
this. All of that,
But
meant the
it's still a
same
fact.
thing,
It
right?
may, okay, but here's the thing. You saying that this is not a fact. What you're saying here is not a fact. This is your opinion. This is your feelings. This
Mm-hmm.
is your feeling. This tweet is your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a fact.
Which is why I
It's
said I have a
based.
feeling
No, no, no.
that no one will care. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No. You need to stop saying no one and saying you. I have a feeling that I will not care. That's the difference. There's
Okay,
not
so
no one. There's you.
when so let me get this straight.
Mhm.
When people say fans alike, when people say nobody cares about the WNBA, does that mean absolute zero? Have no?
No, I mean no. It don't mean absolutely zero.
Why?
No, it doesn't.
Why?
Because it's your opinion.
They said no one. A lot of people
Because it's your
continue to say
opinion.
no. A lot of people say no one, but why? When they say no one, do they mean absolute zero? Like absolutely zero people care about the
Obviously, they don't mean
WNBA?
absolutely zero people. Obviously, they don't
Oh,
mean absolutely zero people.
absolutely doesn't mean absolute zero, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So what's your point?
So me saying, oh, I have a feeling that no one will will care.
Right.
What you're
Yeah.
saying is, oh, I meant absolute zero.
You see this right here. You see this tweet right. You see this You see this right here.
Go ahead.
No. Read the title. Read
LeBron's
the
record
title.
chased the hottest ticket in Hollywood. Okay.
Okay. Oh, nobody cares. You are about to break the biggest record in the NBA's history, and yet you're saying, "Oh, no one cares." It's a dumb tweet to make because frankly, it's factually incorrect. It's your opinion, which is a stupid one to begin with. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say. Your tweet, it's your opinion, but it's a dumb opinion
That's
based
fine.
on your hatred. It's
You could
based on
you
your
could
hatred of
you
LeBron
could
James,
you could call it dumb all you want. All I'm
Mhm.
doing is making the comparison with him surpassing Jordan's record. That's it.
and who's not the record holder. He's not the record holder. We all know that, and when he passes Kareem, that's when that's the mark to beat is Kareem. That's the mark to beat. Because here's the thing: if he just beats Michael Jordan's record, then it is what it is. It's a great accomplishment, but he's not. But like I said, he's not the record holder. He's just another guy who beat Michael Jordan's record. You like obviously I know you don't think Kobe Bryant's better than Michael Jordan. You clearly don't think LeBron is. Right? Like but you put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in that echelon of top guys, right?
I
The
put I
Mount,
put I
Mount
put I,
Rushmore, right?
no, you kind of blurred it out. I put I put what crap? I put Jordan and Kareem ahead of LeBron. Yes.
Okay, and he's the one that has, and Kareem is the one that has the record. And for a guy who has come into the league with the biggest hype of any NBA player probably ever coming into the league, he's been sensational since his rookie year. All and yet he's now about to accomplish the biggest record in the NBA, most points scored in a year where he's averaging 30 points a game, right? Like and like again, you don't like this whole thing when it's like this. All you have to do is say, "Oh man, congrats to LeBron." That's it. But yet, is you and all those sycophant Jordan fans have to turn it into Michael versus LeBron when it didn't have to be that way. And let me hold on, and then let me see this. Hold on a second. So let me see this. Let me see if I can find this. This tweet. This is legitimately this is the dumbest tweet I've ever seen you tweet, and that's saying something. Just because you agree
You
with
you
the
put you put freaking what do you call it, two, I don't know what you was trying to what we was trying to say, but my guess is you were like, oh, I'm watching Steve being cooked and whatever.
mm-hmm.
I would have understood your point if nobody agreed with me. So I didn't.
More people I read disagree with you. More people I read disagree with you, and even the people who agree with you, they're nothing more than Jordan zealots. That's all they are.
Okay, but it still didn't make any sense for you to tweet that in the first place
Of course, it makes sense. You're getting cooked.
if you knew that people was agreeing with me also.
I don't give a shit about those idiots agreeing with you. I don't care. I don't care about them.
And there
The,
you
the,
go.
the, the people.
There you go again with the name calling and cursing for no reason. My point was is that you put that tweet on there
Mm-hmm.
knowing for a fact that there was people who disagreed, but also knew there was people who did agree. So
Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
those people are idiots. Those people are idiots. They are. Because like, again, unless something dire happens in the world of sports or whatever, if something weird happens, the LeBron James breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record is going to be talked about all day. So how is it not a big deal?
I already told you that like 3 times already.
All right, and
When you
your reasoning for it are dumb.
when you decide to, and especially if Lakers fans are saying this, it's
No,
one thing. It's one thing.
I don't want to
It's
hear that.
one thing.
I don't want to hear that from the
It's,
worst fan base in basketball. Those people are nuts. Those people are crazy. I don't
why,
give a fuck what they have to say. I don't give a fuck what they have to say about anything.
okay, but don't you think that the actual fans has have the right to say more than
Not
people
those fans.
outside of LA?
Not those fans. Not those fans. Not those idiots. Not them. At least the worst ones at least the worst ones in that community.
Okay, serious question. Serious
Mm-hmm.
question. Hypothetically, or I'm just he will obviously never do this. But if LeBron James had ever said, "I don't care about playing defense. I don't care about winning. I only care about breaking Kareem's record," how would you think people would react if you said that?
Yeah, poorly. But we all know he wouldn't. We all know that no NBA player would ever do that.
No. I'm asking. Well, we had. I mean, we have guys that say things. For example, we all remember the Allen Iverson speech. Oh, not wanting to go practice,
Yeah,
and like we had people that.
that doesn't mean he didn't care about the game. He absolutely cared about the game. He didn't like practicing. And I also think he didn't like practice with Larry Brown.
Well, if you don't care about practicing, it is fair to say you probably don't care about the game if you don't like to practice.
I mean, there's a lot going on with that dude around that time. I think.
Okay,
I think
but
there's a lot going on. Yeah, but
but
go ahead.
yeah,
I get your point. I get your point.
yeah. So if he had said that, yeah, it would look bad. People would get upset. But he never said that. But yet we have fans that feel like, oh, he cares about breaking Kareem's record than actually trying to get us to the playoffs and compete for a championship. That's what people were saying on the radio shows when they were calling in, saying that they believe that he cares more about that than actually care about winning games. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, I'm not saying that that's what he's. I'm not saying. Well, I think that
That's exactly what he's
he's
saying.
the fact that he's not playing defense. I do believe that he decides to just stat pat and whatever, because what else is he going to do? Like there's nothing, if you're not going to win, and if you know for a fact that you're not going to win a championship, all that he can do now, it is pretty much stat pat. Like what's the other option? And people are not going to like that regardless. I know for a fact you wouldn't like that if somebody did that in your team. Oh, I only care about my numbers. I don't care about I only care about my
I can
numbers.
only go by. I can only go by what he's doing, right? And yeah, he's 30. He's what 38, 39 years old. He's not going to be the defender he used to be. He's not going to be.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah,
Okay, but
he's not going to
this
be the defender he used to be.
this chick
God.
this chick was messaging me on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
and she pretty much said the exact same thing. Oh, he's not going to be the same defender that he used to be, but yet he's still playing one of the best offensive games throughout his whole entire career. He still has the speed and athleticism to play defense if he could still play on offense. Yes or no?
I disagree. It's very hard to be a great two-way player throughout your entire career. It's tough because one is going to slip eventually. If not, both things are going to slip. Like playing defense is hard. Like especially in this league, is hard.
Yeah, but don't you think if he's still being an elite player, would you say he's a top 10 NBA player currently?
Yeah,
Top 5?
even with the slip of not top five, but top 10, absolutely. With the slip, even with the slip in defense,
So him being top 10, wouldn't you think that he should at least put some type of effort on defense if he still has the athleticism to be on offense?
I think that he should be. I do think he should be a better defender than what he is. But the thing is that I don't know if it's because of the people around him or is it just him. Like I don't know.
So what do you mean about depending on the people around him? What do you mean?
Yeah, like again, I always said, and you heard me say this, that the key to that team's success is Anthony Davis' health, because he's the primary defender on that team. Even if LeBron James tries, like the most important defender on that team is going to be LeBron. No. The most important defender on that team is AD because of his size and his length. Because to have LeBron James be the defender he was like 10 years ago, that's unrealistic. So like I said, he's older, right? Like he is older, and playing defense takes effort, tons of effort. And like I said, like like if you look at a slippage in his game, like at 39, yeah, I'm not surprised that the defense was the one that slipped. I'm not surprised by that because I didn't expect him to play this well for this long. But there's always going to be something that slips. There's always going to be something that slips, no matter how great you are. As you play for a long time, look at Tom Brady. We're going to be talking about Tom Brady later. Yeah, his game slipped. His numbers are still very good, but he wasn't the deep pass threat that he used to be. Especially when he had like a Randy Moss, he wasn't the deep ball threat that he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Always something's always going to slip. God, my eye is killing me, man.
All right. Last thing I wanted to ask, what was it that you were sharing to people on Twitter? What was that? What were you doing?
Oh, the overrated podcast. The subscribe.
Yeah. What were you doing? Why did you share that video?
No, it's not video. It's like just the channel link.
The channel link.
Yeah, just
So
so everyone
so you
can.
so you went so you went so you went audio so you went out of your way to promote a channel, but
Mm-hmm.
your intent was, oh, look how idiot this guy is. That so that
No,
that
no,
that was
no.
that was that was your
No,
intent.
that's not what it was. My thing was, since there's a whole bunch of people. Cause look, your original tweet got a lot of views. Got a lot of views. So I'm gonna try to capitalize off of it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to capitalize off of it.
If that was truly your intent, you should have sent that link to where everybody could see it. But you only
Uh,
posted it on that one particular individual.
so yeah, I'll put it underneath the main tweet. But going back to this, just because you agree with the bronzexual, what is a bronzexual?
Someone who only cares about only care yeah, pretty much someone who only cares about LeBron, regardless if he's whatever he does, good or bad, you will always be in support of him. I don't want to use the derogatory term, so yeah, that's the best I could do.
LeBron, and the funny thing is, it's bad enough that you use this,
People
but
use it, people use it all the time.
yeah,
Because
I saw some other idiot using that term. I saw someone else use that term. That's the lamest term. That's the
I,
lamest thing
I,
I've ever heard you say.
and also I'm gonna get to that comment real soon. You know, real quick. Yes, because you're absolutely right, Malta. You're absolutely right. That was Hoovie's main intent. He want to say that, oh yeah, it's pretty much to promote the channel, but his main goal was to have everybody laugh at me. That's what it was.
Bro, that
That's
was
what it
the damage was done. The damage was done there.
was. No, that was your intent. Just say that was your
So
intent. That's
that
okay.
the damage was done.
That you wanted to make fun of your partner. That in front
That
of all these people.
the damage was
That's
done.
what your goal, which is fine.
No,
It's fine.
you did that. I didn't do that. You did that.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
I figured that, hey, if you want to hear more of his hot takes, come join the channel. That's it. That's it. So, okay, doesn't mean anything. Just because you agree with the bronzexual doesn't mean anything is cooking. Start winning some games and make the playoff. Then we'll talk. Until then, zip it. Oh my god. All right, so what? You have anything else to say?
No, no, I'm pretty much done. Let's get to the comments. You have a lot of people said something.
All right, hold on. Your mind's killing me, bro. I don't know what the hell's going on. All right. Oh, all right. Before I get to it, let me look at the Western Conference standings real quick. Right. So right here we got
He's in the
one.
13th spot, I believe, 13 or
Yeah,
12.
yeah, 13. Right. 1 through 13. Right. So, but here's the thing. From the fifth seed all the way down to the 13th seed, they're only separated by how many games are they separated by? Let me move this up. Let me hide this. They're only separated by 3.5 games.
Well, it's from my estimation, this is probably like the worst the Western Conference has ever been because it
Yeah,
seems like every
yeah. I would argue the top three teams in the NBA are in the East: Philly, Boston, and Milwaukee. Those are the top three teams in the East.
that those teams are going to obliterate anybody in the West.
I don't know if I go that far, but they will be the favorite. If one of those three teams make it, they'll be the favorite. But you look at from five, even yeah, hell, even four. Yeah, even four, and even you can even make a case for three with Sacramento. Like they're only like the Lakers are only like 4 or 5 game back of being third.
That may be true, but wasn't the Lakers out of the playoffs mainly for the whole entire season thus far?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
yeah, but considering how like they're only like 4 games under 500, which is obviously not good, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. Like, and then you look at teams like the Phoenix. Like, I mean, is Devin Booker back?
I think he is.
Okay, so he's back. So hopefully they'll get boosted up. Obviously, Dallas is going to get better. We'll talk about that later. Minnesota, they've been around 500 the whole year. I don't know about them. Curry just got hurt for Golden State, so
Yeah, that dude. Oh my gosh, bro. They
New
need. They
Orleans.
need.
Yeah,
They
go
need.
ahead.
They need. They need. Yeah. Oh yeah, him and Zion is hurt also.
Yeah, and New Orleans, they were. I remember they were number 2 or number 3 earlier in the year,
Yes.
and now they're all the way down to ninth. Utah 10th. You know, what I mean, they're a young team. We don't know about them. Portland still, still, just under 500. The Thunder, which is a surprise because they're a very young team. But then after that, you had the Lakers, and if you have one good week, they can move into a playoff spot. But you think that your opinion of LeBron James is going to change even if they make the playoffs? I don't think so.
Yeah. 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 Sure. Because now people can no longer say, oh, he's only he don't care about going to the playoffs. He doesn't care about winning. He only cares about Kareem's record. Now they can't say that anymore.
That to me that makes no sense.
Yeah, they can't say that. They can't say that anymore. You can't sit here and say he doesn't care about winning. He doesn't care about the championship. But if he actually makes it through the playoffs and whatnot, you can't say that anymore because because he's in the playoffs. But if people are going to compile all the evidence that they've seen, whether if he doesn't play defense, um, whether if he's only conserving for defense, because there's a difference between not playing defense and purposely not playing defense. I mean, there's a difference between not knowing how to play defense and intentionally not wanting to play defense.
You're an NBA player. You should know how you should learn how to play at least some defense. You should know at least some level of defense.
I highly doubt that. Carmelo Anthony didn't play a lick of defense even in his prime.
Yeah, true, but it is at this
That
point.
and why? Because he intentionally only wanted to focus on offense and not defense. That's why.
Yeah, he was never known as a defensive player. LeBron James has been.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but it's like to me, your tweet was stupid. Your tweet was stupid.
No, well, I'm going to stand by that. So to my
Okay.
position. Go ahead with the comments.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. Where are we at? Yeah, you weren't joking about the tweets. I mean, you weren't talking about the comments. Holy shit. Let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to find some.
Conspiracy. I like what you said. Conspiracy. Cyberpunk 2077 has improved. They actually are trying to do better on their part. Like, look, I understand that they made improvements, but the same way how I felt about the Street Fighter Five, like it already I already lost interest. You know what I'm saying? Like they had their chance, and I just pretty much lost interest, even though the game did get better.
Kobe's not showing the Twitter username. I wasn't. I don't. I don't remember. But okay. So, but he said that, bro, the tweet is funny as hell, but LeBron is one of the best players of all time. He's going to reach 40K. I think it's highly impressive.
40K, that might be a stretch.
Well,
Mm,
you do realize that the record is like 38K,
30.
38,000.
How much is Kareem's record? Like, do you know the exact number? Because I don't.
I'll go find it. I'll go find it.
They were actually talking about that in some of the shows this morning. How like because it's so many different digits inside. Like it's not a plain whole number like 38,000. Like
Yeah,
it's
38,387.
you looking at it at the oh I can't see it, but you read it. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
So say it
That's
again. 38,000
38,387. That's
300
Kareem's mark.
387.
Mhm.
So if LeBron averages this amount of points for the next 2 years in the regular season, but you have to remember you have to take into account injuries, things like that,
Mhm.
load management. Yeah, I think that's I still think that's going to be tough. You talking
We're
about 10,000 extra points? Like, well, not 10,000, but
talking okay. Okay, hold on. I'll pop it up. Let me show you.
Yeah,
Let's see. Okay, so this is these are the numbers, right?
let me zoom in up on my screen.
As a minute. So right now LeBron is averaging 30 a game, right?
Yeah,
So he could pass Kareem's mark tomorrow. He could pass it tomorrow,
yeah.
right?
He only needs 36 points, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
he's averaging 30 points a game. I think the season's already halfway done. So let's say he plays 30 games, 30 more games this year. 30 more games, he's averaging 30 points a game. So that's
hmm
another. Let me get my calculator. Well, I don't have any calculator. 30 times 30 is what? 900 points? Yeah, so 900 points. By the time the season's over, he could get to 3900.
hmm
He could get to 3900. So he's only 10,000 points left. So that will probably be maybe two and a half years before he reaches
Uh,
40K.
yeah,
So if he plays 2 more years, he will get that right. If he can keep that same if he can keep that same pace, he's gonna be tough. But I think if he plays 3 more years, he'll reach it.
yeah. It makes sense, but I don't think it's 10,000. I think it's only like a couple of thousand. I think, but but I'm not gonna calculate all that. But yeah, now that you showed the actual the numbers on the screen, yeah, it's gonna be tough. I still think it's gonna be tough. He's gonna get older. He's gonna get hurt more. But yeah, he might be able to pass it. He might be able to make it to 40,000. And when once if he does, yeah, I think that record is going to stick. That record is going to stick.
Yeah, but like you said, that no one's gonna care if he continues to stat pad. If he continues to play on losing teams, even though that's not true.
I think what's going to happen is that once he passes Kareem's record, and let's say he scores more, he scores more, he scores more. You still think that's going to be even far more impressive? Because I mean, you already accomplished the goal. Like, I mean, what does it matter?
I mean, if he could reach 40K, that's absolutely impressive. If he could reach 40K, then I don't think anyone's reaching that record for a long time.
No, you're gonna have to be like a big man. Like if you notice, a lot of the people that are like up in that list are like mainly big men. So
Yeah, that will change over time, especially with the 3 point shot.
yeah,
Especially
that's true.
if,
That's true.
yeah. So yeah, okay. So Mulder said that Westbrook plays hard on both offense and defense.
Yeah, that dude
That's not
he
true.
does. He plays hard. Yeah, he plays
Yeah, he
hard.
plays hard on offense. He don't play hard on defense because his reputation as a defender is not good, and part of it is because he's a small guy. That's part of it. But yeah, well, look, we all know how he gets all those rebounds. He leaves his guy so he can hunt the boards. That's been that dude's mo for years. Did anyone catch? Hold on, let me. Rubio is a bum. Yeah, he is a bum, but he has a playoff series win over Westbrook though. Ruben said, "Did anyone catch the All Star game in Sunrise?" I didn't watch the game. I know it was happening. I know it was happening in Sunrise because when I went to Sawgrass, obviously, and the Sawgrass Mills Mall is right next to the Panthers arena, so that place was pretty beat up.
hmm
Danny Green is also trash. Only, but when he plays against the Heat, all he does is hit threes. That's frustrating.
And here's my thing, right? Whenever you have a guy who probably isn't really that good of an offensive player, as long as he's good or valuable for something, because I've heard that his defense is actually okay.
Ooh.
Danny Green's.
Yeah, yeah, he's a 3 and D guy.
Yeah, and the fact that he's a specialist when it comes to 3 point shooting, I can't agree with you, Malta, that he's trash because if he's a good spot up shooter, a decent defender, and so I can't call people like that trash, especially if you specialize in something.
Okay, so Eddie, how you doing, Ed? Ed Gonzalez. Sounds like we're focusing on sentiment. Stats are exactly that. Stats. What stats mean is irrelevant. Not for this record. Not for records in sports. Those mean something. At least to the fans of that sport, it should mean something.
So you
It's
disagree with
part,
me completely.
yeah, because it's part of the reason why the Baseball Hall of Fame is a joke now. Because the all-time leading hitter, Pete Rose, is not in. The all-time home run hitter is not in. That's a joke to me. It's a joke, and I don't care who those guys are. I don't care what they've done. The facts are is that if you have the home run record holder and you have the all-time hits leader not in the hall of all the best players in the history of your sport. That's a joke. It's a joke. And I'm sorry, having scoring more points than anybody in the history of basketball, that's a big fucking deal. That's a big deal. And look at all the great players that come through the NBA. It's a big deal. Like having the record isn't this is Ruben. Having the record isn't beating the GOAT, but not really for second or the same on the same record. Yeah, like I said before, he could be the record holder, and you guys can still think that he's not better than Jordan. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Like I'm not saying that. Like, do I think like let's say for example, let's go to baseball. Pete Rose, right? He's the record holder for hits in baseball, right? He had more hits than anybody in the history of that sport. And getting a hit is the single hardest thing to do in that sport. Does that mean that he's the best baseball player ever? No. He like I would argue Babe Ruth is better. Like I can name a whole bunch of guys who are better.
Hmm.
But when it comes to being recognized as the all-time hits leader, that should mean something. That should mean something. That means that you had an impact in this league, a major impact in this league, and that's what LeBron. That's what LeBron James did. And then Mota says that he thinks that Jordan's better than LeBron. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
There's
yeah. I think he's better. Well, I think he's far better. I don't think it's even close. Because and one last thing I want to say regarding that, a lot of people like to use the argument of longevity, but the longer that and I know you can disagree with this, but the longer that LeBron James plays, all of that's impressive, but it doesn't do anything to Michael Jordan because he was able to accomplish anything in a short amount of time than LeBron James did. So I don't necessarily think that really goes against Michael Jordan whatsoever.
it's not about going against Michael Jordan. It's not about that. It's about having the longevity to be great for as long as he's been. It don't have to be about Michael Jordan. And I think that's the problem that I have with Jordan zealots is that any LeBron James accomplishment, they always have to like qualify it. Well, Jordan did this, and this, and this. It's like it don't have to be that way. It don't have to be. Ed said that there are stats, records, bookkeeping. There are numbers that are kept for record as a measure of accomplishment. That being said, championships incorporate leadership and sustained team effort. Yeah. And Jordan exhibited that. So has LeBron. So has Magic. So has Larry. So has Bill Russell. So has Kareem. All those guys have had that, have exhibited that. I see what you're saying, but I disagree. It's about a body of work, not a current season. I think he's referring to you, and I agree with him. This is about a body of work. LeBron James' record. It's about a body of work, and I don't give a shit what anyone says. Any player should be proud of that. Team success is always going to be number one, but that doesn't mean that you can't be proud of what you accomplish. That don't mean Michael Jordan holds the record for most points in a playoff game. He lost that game. He lost that game, but that doesn't mean he shouldn't be proud of it. He scored. He scored. And the thing that makes that game even more impressive, he did it against arguably one of the best NBA teams of all time, the '86 Boston Celtics team. You know what I'm saying? Like that's impressive. Like again, this is a body of work. Like what Ruben said, it's a lifetime achievement award. That's what it is. Celebrating a great career, and he had a great career. And I wish that it was more about that than it is about, calling people bronzosexuals and all the other crap. That has to be something more than that. Like he's a Hall of Famer regardless, and this is another reason why. All right. So Moses says that because MJ has more championships, he will always be better on offense and defense and even more clutch. In his prime, I think LeBron James is a better defender than Michael Jordan. In their prime. Like Jordan will always be a better offensive player, but defensively, I think LeBron James in his prime was a better defender because he can guard 1 through 5. I don't think Jordan couldn't do that. He had Pippen to do that.
I mean, I think if especially when it comes to like on when you're defending the guy, 1 on 1. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it. I'm gonna have to give it like without like without any help from the teammates. Yeah, I think I'll give it to Jordan. I think.
Ed said that, which is why I'm sure LeBron James would be more than happy to trade his scoring title for MJ's championships in a heartbeat. MJ is still the GOAT, period.
Hmm.
That's fine, but I don't think he would.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ed is probably right, about that because I guarantee you, even with all the other success, or I should say, all the individual success, everybody's still going to count the championships that he lost against him, no matter what he does outside of that.
Mhm. And then you already read this. Nari said that they were doing that to him in the chat anyway. In the chat anyway. I was just trying to get them to subscribe to the channel. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Most like I said, his intent was to have people, laugh at me. That's how he wanted to promote the channel by making fun of his partner. But that's fine. That's fine.
I
That's
did
cool.
that. I did that in the tweet. Oh, I don't think I showed you guys the tweet. Hold on a second. Let me show you guys the tweet that I posted after reading the comments. Right.
Yeah. So while he's doing that, I'll read this while you getting that ready.
I right
He,
here.
well, I can't see anything.
Okay, hold on. Let me pop it back up.
He was only working on the stream you were getting, not promoting your tweet. I get it.
Reading what these people are doing to you in the comments.
No,
And
not
then
not that one. Not that one. He's talking about when you were trying to promote the channel,
oh,
but your intent was just to make fun of me.
yeah, that's what I was doing. I was making fun of you while promoting the channel.
Yeah, but
I can
your
do I can do
your
both.
your your intent was to have everybody laugh at me if they ever clicked on the channel. Like it wasn't. It had nothing to do with promoting it. Your intent was just for them to make fun of me. That's it. You wanted people to laugh at me. That's what you wanted, which is fine.
No, I
Yeah,
dude, they were already doing that too in the comment section.
and you
They were
wanted them
already
to laugh,
doing that.
and you wanted them to laugh at me
No,
some more.
they were
That-
already
that's
laughing at
fine,
you. They were already
That,
laughing
that,
at
that,
you.
that's cool, Hoovy.
No, they were already doing that to you. Nah, you're not. Nah, you're getting sensitive for nothing. You're
No,
getting
no, that's
sensitive
cool,
over nothing.
Hoovy. No, I said
You're,
that
you're
earlier. I said that earlier on, and now even other people in this chat are saying the exact same thing.
one other person said it, and that's my biggest problem with the way that you conduct yourself. You think that because one person agree with you, that means that it's an automatic fact.
No. Look,
That's
I
the
think
problem.
I think that your intent wasn't to promote the channel. Your intent was to have people laugh at me in the
Of course
channel.
it was.
That's what your intent was.
Of course it
Okay,
was.
so okay, so you just admitted. So what's the problem here? How am I wrong? We
No.
we
I was
what we
already
said
making
was accurate.
Steve. I was already making fun of you in the comments. My job was to promote the channel. That's what I did. Let me see if I can find the. I only did twice. I was gonna do more, but I remember I was doing all this at work since it was dead at work, and then I got a little busy, and then I had to get off my I had to get off my phone and actually work. So that was annoying. But yeah, I did all that at work, so I was meaning to share more, but I didn't. But you're still getting comments. Are you replying to all these comments?
No, not anymore. Like I was doing it for like a day or two, but not anymore. It was too much.
Yeah, yeah, I can't find it. It's deep. It's very deep in there.
Yeah, I
Let me
couldn't
see.
take it anymore. It was way too much. Like I could do it for a while, but then after a while, all right, it's too much, man, too much.
Okay, Nolan, how you doing, bro? How you doing?
Oh
All
wait,
right, so
Nolan, you just got here, Nolan. Dang,
I
man,
never,
that's
Multi said, I never thought I see the day that the Western Conference wasn't way better than the East. I think only Bill Russell and MJ era, the East was great. Uh, yeah, I guess I would agree there. Yeah, I would agree there.
no. I think the big three era with Boston and Miami. The East was really strong around that time too.
No, 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 no. I don't. Not better
Yeah,
than the West.
yeah. You had those two. Orlando with Dwight Howard, was really good at the time. Who else was good at the time? There was I'm missing one more.
Chicago.
Chicago, yeah, Chicago was another one. All four of those teams could have won a championship. The only team in the West that I think that was better than them was San Antonio.
Yeah, I have to look that. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to look it up. But the East is clearly better this year. F is in the chat.
I think they were better last year too.
Mhm. Hmm.
I thought they were better last year also.
The Western Conference
East.
East. You definitely saw the pendulum swing that way. Definitely saw the pendulum swing that way. Um, and then a big Abim got fee. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Hold on, let him cook. Okay, so all right, so
Yeah,
all right,
who, man, I'm trying to see if I recognize this one, but yo, I appreciate you for coming in, and Nolan, yeah, you say it was a dumb tweet, but hey, a lot, I couldn't believe how many people was commenting on my tweet. It was a lot of people. Like every time I would go on Twitter, it says 20 notifications. I get out 20, 30 notifications. I get out again. It was just too much, too much. So. And matter of fact, one person actually made fun of it, saying, "Oh, this guy is actually commenting on everybody's tweet." Now, which I wasn't doing that. I was trying to um comment as much as I could, but no, never mind.
okay, okay. Oh, is you got a nephew?
Oh snap! Wait, which nephew? Junior? It's not Josh. I don't think it's Josh. It has to be Junior.
He turned 17 tomorrow. Nolan says, "I didn't think it was dumb. I just read the title. I promote LeBron hatred." Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, what's up, man? I think this is the very first time he actually came on here.
Mhm.
The very first
Do,
time.
do you have the
But,
list? Do you have the list of all the All Stars in the
but
game?
I know for a fact. I know why you're here though. I know why you're here. You want you want those shoes, man, right? But yeah, I got you, nephew. What you said now?
Do you have the list of the All Stars of all the All Stars, like the reserves and all that other stuff?
Yeah.
All right, once you get that, we'll try to touch on this just a little bit.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me see, get that here. Okay, here we go. Entire screen. Share.
Okay.
Okay, so NBA All Star rosters 2023 starters reserve, top snubs, and reactions. So, you don't need for me to read this, do you?
No, you don't. Just read the guys who made it.
Yeah. So just in case anybody don't know, but I'm pretty sure you all do. This has nothing to do with the fans, and it has nothing to do with the players, right? The players don't contribute into this, right? Players don't.
I think coaches do.
Yeah, just the coaches,
Yeah,
because it says here the coaches have had their say, and the NBA announced the full squad of 2023 All Star in the Salt Lake City. So yeah, this is pretty much the coaches. So we already know who the starters are. We have
Brooklyn. That's gonna have to change.
that. This. I'm actually interested to see what's going to happen.
I think what they'll do is that they'll just keep him on the East team. Well, honestly, it doesn't even matter because remember the captains pick the teams, pick the players, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, but he'll be representing the West though, correct? Like I'm like
Probably, but it really doesn't matter because it's not an East Coast versus West Coast game.
okay. So yeah, all right. So we have Kyrie, Donovan, Giannis, the Greek Freak.
Oh, speaking of Donovan, you saw the fight they had with Dylan Brooks.
That's the one that's the one I was talking about before we started
Mm-hmm.
the podcast. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, that was funny.
yeah, that was funny.
Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum. We already
Mm-hmm.
discussed that. Now, I do have a couple issues with this, but let's see who made it. Right. So we have Joel Embiid, DeMar DeRozan, Jalen Brown. Absolutely deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely deserve. Bam Adebayo, the one that you and I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The one you and I was talking about. Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, and Tyrese. I never could pronounce his last name.
Halliburton.
God, man, some people say it's Holly, but it doesn't matter. I'll take your word for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before I start, do you have an issue? We're gonna get to the Western soon. Do you have an issue with this list?
Um, Not really. Honestly, I do think the one guy who should be there is Jalen Brunson from the New York Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should be on there.
Okay.
Now,
If oh go ahead. My bad.
if
Go
I
ahead.
had to remove somebody,
Mm-hmm.
I personally would remove DeMar DeRozan. And DeMar's having a great year. He's having a great year. But to me, that Bulls team is underperforming.
Wait a minute. You went out on me. You went off on me saying that team success shouldn't matter.
When it comes to when it's razor thin, I did say that team success should matter when it's razor thin. When it's
But
razor thin, we all know. Hey, look, you can say what you want. LeBron James is an all star. There's no way you can deny that.
okay. Yeah, okay. So you wanted to catch yourself before I caught you.
No. I knew you were going with that. I knew we were going with that. Now it don't matter. It don't bother me that DeMar is on there, but I think Jalen Brunson should be on there. I think Brunson should be on that list.
I think
And
oh, go,
the only reason why I'm not gonna get rid of Halliburton because there's no expectation for the Indiana Pacers, and I don't think they're a bad team. I don't know what place they're in. Let me check right since I have the website up. Let me look at it. Let me look at it.
I don't even think they're in the playoffs right now.
I'll look it up.
They might be
But
in the play-in, but I don't think they're even in the playoffs. I know that for a fact.
okay, let me see. Yeah, they're 10 seed. They're literally like they're just below Chicago, who's in the ninth seed. And to me, but the reason why I'm not going to remove Halliburton is because I think he's the main reason why that team is any good to begin with. When it comes to Indiana, he's the main reason why they have 25 wins this year. And I think that Jalen Brunson has made a major difference in that New York Knicks team. Why they're now all of a sudden good. So if I had to pick one out, if I had to take one out, it'll probably be DeMar DeRozan.
I could understand why you would want to keep Tyrese because I know he's averaging a double double,
Hmm.
and yeah, I mean,
He's very good.
I mean 20 points, per game. Yeah, I mean that's fine. But the fact that he's averaging 20 and 10 assists, I think it's 10 or 11
Hmm.
assists. Yeah, he's like right there, with James Harden, because I think James Harden is averaging 11 right now
Yeah.
currently.
And you think he's the one that you think should be on the team?
Correct.
Okay.
I would
Yeah,
go,
I don't disagree with you there.
yeah. And the only and look, I understand people are
Mhm.
going to. I know people are what a lot of people are going to say. Well, he didn't play that many games, but um, Zion, who's in the West, didn't play that many games either.
Are you talking about when it comes to that many games? You're talking about Harden?
Yeah,
No, he's played enough to warrant being an All Star.
yeah.
I think what he missed like a month or something like that with a
Hmm.
foot injury. But
Yeah,
I think he's played enough to where I think you can make him an All Star. But who would you take out?
yeah. So I would put Harden in,
Hmm.
and I would also take out. I would agree with you that DeMar DeRozan. I would remove him.
Hmm.
I'll remove DeMar DeRozan, because look, like I said, I know you don't care as much as team success, like, as much as I do,
Hmm.
but that Philadelphia team is playing awesome. They are a true legit contender. Now I'm not saying they're better than the Bucks or Boston, but they are still a legit contender for a title. You have to put James Harden on there because of his numbers and because of his success. He's averaging a double double also.
Yeah.
So you have to put James Harden on there. And the other person that I think that should be on there also is Jimmy Butler. I can't believe you haven't added him. I can't believe you didn't mention him at all.
No, I mean, I to be honest with you, I think that he only really deserved one All Star, and that one All Star is Bam Adebayo.
Where'd you get that from? Like, why only one All Star from Miami belongs there?
I think personally, I think their season has been a disappointment. Just me personally, I think they're playing better now, but I think their season's been a disappointment. And I don't think and Jimmy played very well this year. But I think the guy who's shown the most progress, in my opinion, is Bam Adebayo on both offense and defense. So that's why I think he deserved to be an All Star.
Yeah, but Jimmy Butler is playing great defense too.
Yeah, but not as well. Bam is the to me. Bam has been the best player on that team. He's been the
Okay.
best player on that team based on the metrics and stuff like that. He's been the best player. So I'm happy. So I'm happy he's on the list. But I mean, if you want Jimmy Butler there, also you have to take out somebody else. Who else are you taking out?
Yeah. So with James Harden, I said I would take out DeMar DeRozan,
Mm-hmm.
and for Jimmy Butler, this one, like I really don't want to take out Tyrese, even though the Heat has a better record. I don't want to take him out. The fact that he's averaging a double double, I can't take him out. Um, Julius Randle.
No, don't do that because you're being like, oh, this dude averaging 24, he averages more points than Bam, and then now you're saying he don't deserve to be an All Star.
I'm dude. I'm trying to. I'm really trying to see. I'm keeping Bam. I'm definitely keeping Joel. Jalen Brown, bro. The Jalen Brown, that dude is balling.
Yeah.
That dude is balling. He's staying put. I, dude, I really want to put Jimmy Butler in, so I will probably have to remove. You know what? Jimmy Butler stays out.
Hmm. Okay.
Jimmy Butler stays out because I like Drew Holiday.
Hmm.
I like Drew Holiday. That team, wouldn't be as great as they were if it wasn't for him. He definitely improved by a lot.
Yeah, but he is averaging the lowest points out of anybody on the team.
Well, on this list,
Hmm.
you sure?
Yeah.
Mm, how
He
much
did
is he
that.
averaging?
If I'm probably like 19,
Okay, but everyone is around.
but his defense is spectacular. His defensive numbers are spectacular.
So this is fine. So I think James Harden is the only one that I have true issues with. Just the
Okay.
fact that James Harden is not on there. All right.
Okay.
I believe it's James Harden, and you think it's you, and I
Jalen
think
Brunson.
who?
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah. You think he should be on there. All right. So now let's go to the West. Now we already know what happened over here, and the starters: Steph Curry, Luka, Jokic, LeBron James, who I believe that shouldn't be captain, and I'm still going to stand by even now. The
Mhm.
person that should be captain is Jokic. Did you know he's averaging a triple double?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
That that the fact that he remember, mind you, everybody, this is we're not talking about Russell Westbrook's triple doubles here. We are talking about somebody who is averaging a triple double and who's in first place right now, and who's in first place. He should be the captain in the Western Conference. But you already know what Havin's going to say. Well, who he's going to say is, well, he's still an all star, so it doesn't matter. That's what he's going to say. Now,
Yeah.
as far as the reserve, we have John Morant, the minus Sabonis. Yeah, he's been very good, with the Kings. I still can't believe right now, till this day, that the Kings are in third place right now.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
surprising.
Yeah. Um, Gilius, I think that's how you say it.
Shea
Alexander.
Gil Shea Gilgis Alexander.
Yeah, I hear people say Gilius. Well, whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
that dude's good though.
yeah. Paul George,
Hmm.
Damian Leonard, Laurie Markkinen,
Hmm.
and Jaren Jackson. Who do you think? Are you happy with this list, or you think somebody should be removed?
The person, I don't know if I would remove anybody, but I would put well, De'Aaron Fox should be on here.
Okay, so
Point guard for the Sacramento
yeah,
Kings. He should be
yeah,
on here.
yeah. Who? But you have to remove somebody. Who would you remove?
Jaren Jackson Jr. I would remove Jaren Jackson Jr. 'Cause I don't think he's played. I don't think he's played enough games to justify being an All Star.
That I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, let me see if I'll look up his numbers real quick. But I don't feel like he's played enough games to warrant being an All Star. But I'll look it up. But yeah. But to me, I think De'Aaron Fox should be on here.
Um, I like Jaren Jackson, but to me, oh, is that the only one? Is that it, or do you have more?
Um, honestly, I think that's the only one I can think of.
Oh, that's the one you could think of.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right. So okay. So this year he playing 36 games, right?
but let me
36
see.
games. All right.
Do you have it?
Yeah, yeah. Leave your thing. Leave your thing on. But I'll just switch. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's averaging 16. Um. Yeah. So he's averaging 16 a game. So that's fine. That's fine. And he is a very good defender. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, I feel I would
Well,
still replace him with
but
De'Aaron Fox though.
but he's what is his shape? Oh, I can't. Oh, you took it out.
What happened?
Crap.
No,
But I
no.
was trying. I was trying to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Where does it show? Let me see. Point 16. Oh well, he doesn't even average an assist barely. Field goal percentage is decent. 3 point percentage, yeah, that's fine. 70. And how many games he played?
36. So he
30.
36. So he's played more than I thought he did.
Okay.
36.
Okay.
All right, so let me look up De'Aaron Fox numbers. Let me see if I'm not seeing things clearly. 'Cause I remember, like, I know De'Aaron Fox has always been good, but I think that I do think that I think that team deserves at least one more All Star.
Okay.
I think he's been good. Let me see, how do you spell his first name?
I've never been a good speller, so.
There you go. Yeah. Let me see. What's his number this year? That's a game. That's game stats.
Isn't it right there? On the far right.
Oh, okay, yeah, 24, yeah, 24 points a game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 50% from the field. Like, yeah, man, this dude's an all star.
Yeah. Whew, man.
That's all star numbers,
50,
man.
50%, bro.
And this dude's short. He's tiny. Well, they live with him 6'3". He's not 6'3". He's not six three. He's
He's
probably
probably like 6'1", 6'2".
yeah 6'1", 6'2". So yeah, that dude's an all star, man. Like I'm not saying Jaren Jackson is very good, but he's not. De'Aaron Fox should be an all star.
Oh snap!
Go back to the list.
All right, all right. So Fox is the guy, and you said you would remove Jaren Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I do like Fox. I think he's a really good pick. That you for you, I think that he's a really 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 good pick. For me though, although he doesn't have as great numbers as Fox, I really wanted Gordon to be on that list.
Oh, Aaron
Yeah,
Gordon.
Aaron Gordon. He plays for
Yeah,
the Nuggets, and again, I have to put team success on there. I have to put
yeah.
team success. I know you don't care as much than I do, but because of that team is up there, they deserve
A second
two
all star.
guys. Yeah, a second All Star. They deserve another All Star on
Who'd
this.
you take out?
I'll actually take out the same guy that you took out.
Jaren. But you also Memphis is number one, number two?
No, Memphis is number three. But wait,
Yeah,
isn't Memphis number? Hold on, Memphis is number two, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, but Gordon has better numbers though. I think he has I think he's 20 no 18 or 16 5 and 5. I
yeah.
could be wrong. Do you want to look at it?
16. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got it right here. I'll just switch to my side. Don't move. Don't move. I got
All
it.
right.
All right. So Aaron Gordon, he's 16, six, almost seven,
Yeah.
and almost 3 assists.
Yeah.
So he had the
Those
same numbers at he had the same numbers at Jaren Jackson. The thing is that he's played in 10 more games basically. Yeah, that's pretty much the difference. He's played in 10 more games.
mhm. Yeah,
So
10
I mean,
yeah, 10
I can yeah,
go
I
ahead.
can understand. I can understand wanting Aaron Gordon on there. He's been very good for them this year,
Absolutely
especially
absolutely.
when you have Murray coming back and Michael Porter coming back from their injuries. He's been very good for them. To me, I think De'Aaron Fox should be an All Star. In my opinion, he should be up there.
Yeah. Yeah, Fox is a very very good pick by you.
Yeah.
Fox is absolutely a very good pick. So I understand why you believe that he should be. And but as far as everybody else that's on here, like I
Everyone
can't
deserves to be. Yeah, everyone else deserves to be there.
I could understand why some people believe that Damian Lillard because his team is really not that good. But the guy
But
is averaging
he's in that mix. He's in that,
yeah,
their team's in that mix between 3 and 12 of
yeah.
teams that if they get on a hot streak, they'll be in a better position.
hmm Yeah, he's averaging 30 points. And I know his assists went up too. His assists went way up. So I can't I have to leave him on there. Paul George still a very good offensive player and defensive player. I'm okay with that. So as far as everybody else, yeah, I'm good. Like I'm pretty much good with this list. But I do think Gordon got screwed. I think he got screwed over big time, especially
Okay.
with the team's success that they've been having consistently for the whole entire year. He should have been definitely recognized. And he should be an all star.
Okay. Right. So let me read some comments before we move on. Your nephew Jeremiah said that I thought the trade wasn't official yet. I did hear that too, but it'll be official soon. Sooner or later, it'll be official.
Yeah, it'll be a matter of time. It's really soon.
Yeah. Malta said I liked it better when it was East West versus East. Um, I mean,
Hmm.
it don't really matter to me. Like, it really don't matter to me.
Yeah, the game doesn't necessarily matter, but the reason why I like it this way better is because there's actually people who will actually compete, and there's been so many occasions where the West would just obliterate the East. I've seen that way too many times. The West have far too much more talent, and the East, really couldn't compete. At the very least with this, even though the game doesn't really mean anything, it is nice to see, like, let's say two guys who are probably in the same team, playing against each other. You have chances of stuff like that happening,
And
and
also, we all know that the NBA is known for its pettiness,
yeah,
and we saw that in full display last year. Remember when James Harden, when he asked for a trade and got traded, and then when they had the captains, one of them was Kevin Durant,
yeah,
clearly had the opportunity to pick James Harden on the team and didn't do it. And it made great television.
yeah. That and it's just one of the another prime reason why TNT is just a fantastic show. Such a fantastic show. The fact that they were even laughing about it and how they made, because I remember how Kenny Smith kept on saying, "Oh, you guys gonna need some size to make sure that they don't pick James Harden," and that comment that Charles Barkley said, "Oh, because LeBron had asked them, oh, is he hurt? Is he hurt?" And then Charles Barkley said, "Well, he got traded. He's healthy now." Right? That show is phenomenal, and it's gonna be a sad, sad day when those guys retire.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real sad. But yeah, that was a very interesting thing, and you don't have that type of opportunity if it's just gonna be East versus West Malta. So it's actually a really good addition that they did this, spice it up a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Like I think they try to do the same thing in football. I don't think it works the same way.
No,
I know they did that in hockey a couple years ago,
did that
but
work?
when it comes, no, they changed, they switched it up. But when it comes to basketball, it works in basketball, man.
Hmm.
It works in basketball. But critical drop: Drew Holiday and Randall over Jimmy Butler. BS.
You
I
agree? Oh, we just talked about that. We just talked about that. Yeah.
no, I do think Randall should be an All Star, and I think Drew Holiday deserves to be an All Star. I think he does, and I think Jimmy deserves to be an All Star too. But like if the
Oh
Heat are
yeah,
only
yeah,
gonna,
for sure. Yeah.
but if the Heat are only gonna have one player, it should be Bam Adebayo. It should be Bam. Rose Mai, how you doing?
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, so Molta said, yeah, Jalen Brunson is the best player not on there. I yeah, I would agree with that.
Hmm.
Joker is better than LeBron currently. Yeah, he is. He's the MVP.
Absolutely, he is. And he's probably going to win MVP again because they're in first place. He's averaging a triple double, so he might win another MVP again.
All right, so
Now we
who's
have now we know people may say, well, it's probably either going to be Giannis or Tatum. I have a feeling that it's going to be Tatum if they remain in first place, and I guarantee it's mainly going to be because he hasn't won one yet, and because of that, most likely, I think he's going to win it.
who's going to be MVP? Joker, Embiid, or Giannis?
Neither.
Um, you
I
think
think
it's going to be Luca?
I think it's going to be Tatum.
Oh, you think it's going to be Tatum?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's going to be Luca. I think it's going to be Luca, but
Crap, I forgot about Luca. Yeah, I think
yeah,
you might be right. You might be right.
yeah, I think it's going to be Luca. Yeah, where's Dr. Fox? He never makes it. He deserves it this year. Hoovy, you can't remove Jaren Jackson because he's a big man and Dr. Fox is a point guard. I don't. I personally, I don't really care about that part because since the games don't matter, I don't really care about that. Um, but I can't. But if you bring up all the point guards, like I'm not. I can't remove. I'm not definitely not removing John Morant, and I'm not removing.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm not removing Alexander. Who else? Who was the other point guard there?
Um, the other point guard that was there was Damian Leonard.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not removing any of the guards. So the only guy I can really remove is Jackson. And to me, I feel like I get what you're saying, but like to me, I feel like the best guy should be in, and De'Aaron Fox to me is one of the best guys, and he should be on there.
Yeah.
All right, so critical drop said that De'Aaron and Butler got snubbed. Okay, and he's
Yeah,
saying that
yeah, well, the thing is, like, I mean, there's even more people who I believe that should be, an All Star. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough spots. And
who else should be an All Star?
who else?
Yeah,
I think Bane should be an All Star. I think what's his name from no, not Tyler Hero. Well, you know what? No, let me see how many points Tyler Hero is averaging.
yeah, he's averaging I think 20.
Yeah, because I think. Wait, are you sure he's averaging 20? Because I was gonna
Yeah,
look.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's averaging 20.
yeah. I'm Tyler Hero. So far, you disagree with me? What of the couple names I named so far?
Yeah.
You don't think Bane should be? You don't think Bane is
Well,
on? Is on
I don't have Bane's numbers, but I don't have his numbers, but no, I'm good. I'm good with like they probably should have two All Stars, and maybe it could be Bane, but it's not like a deal breaker for me.
Hmm. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I think Bane he definitely improved also.
Mhm.
So yeah.
All right, and then Malta said Dr. Fox over Damian Lillard. I don't know if I would remove Damian on there. He'll be a
Damn.
huge improvement to Damian Lillard, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm still I'm surprised you don't think Bane's an all star. Like he's almost averaging 30.
Wait for real?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me see the numbers.
Want me to pull it up or you want to pull it up?
You can pull it up. You can pull it up.
All right.
If you're right there, you can pull it up.
Let me see. Okay, so Desmond Bain. Oh, okay. He's averaging 26.
Oh, even still, that's very impressive, especially for what second year player.
Close enough. Close
Wait a
enough.
minute, I'm seeing 21.
21.
Yeah,
Hold on. Am I looking at the right one? Let me see. Let me look. Are you sure it says 21?
I'm that's what I'm looking at.
I see 26. Hold on a minute.
I mean, still very good numbers overall. Still very good numbers.
Wow, that dude was 6'5". I didn't even know he was that tall.
Yeah, this dude built like a tank though. All right, so I gotta go, bros. Best believe I watched. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for watching, Malta. I absolutely appreciate you. Always appreciate you coming on.
All right, Malta, you'll be missed, man. It's always cool to have you here. But I know we trust me. We're gonna work on cutting our stuff short because I know people can't stay here forever. But yeah, always appreciate you, man.
Yeah. All right,
All right,
so
so move on to the next topic.
all right, let's do this quickly. 'Cause I don't want to waste my fucking time with this guy anymore. Tom Brady retires. What's your thoughts?
Um, it actually surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
It really it
You
really.
have the video?
Oh yeah,
Oh, at least play the audio if you can. If you want to, it's up to you. I don't really care.
yeah. I'll play it. I'll play it. I don't think I want to show it because it might be copyrighted. Whatever. Is it gonna be copyright?
I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk it.
All right,
But
fine.
critical drop saying, speaking of All Star, let's hope the slam dunk contest is better than last year.
Uh,
Better this year. Last year's contest was trash. Well, I hope so
um,
too, man. But
but you don't necessarily care about the All Star that much anymore, right?
well, I like watching the 3-point contest. The 3 point contest I like watching. I like watching the guard skill competition. To me, but
Hmm.
for me, the main thing was always for me was the slam dunk contest. That was the one I was looking forward to the most.
Wait, you always look forward to the slam dunk contest?
Yeah,
Really? Even
yeah.
though it's been trash?
I mean, the one when but when it's good is great television. When it's good, like the
Okay.
Aaron Gordon, Zach Levine dunk offs that they were doing. Obviously, you remember the whole Vince Carter show that like yeah. When it's good is excellent. When it's bad is bad.
Um,
There's no in between.
the one that I always look forward to is always the 3 point contest,
Yeah.
because the 3 point contest never disappoints me. It's always fun to watch, but the dunk contest, as much as you're right that it does get entertaining, but bro, when it's bad, it is bad.
Yeah, yeah. When it's bad, it's bad.
Yeah, it is awful,
Yeah.
awful. So I can't never say I'm looking forward to it when there's been many occasions where it's actually been boring to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So I have it here. I'll just play the audio because I don't want to take the risk.
Hmm.
Can you hear it?
Nope.
You couldn't hear a thing, right?
Nope. You're not sharing it.
No. Let me see. Because I was able to do it even without sharing it.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Mic, speakers. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. All right, I'll share it anyway. I'll share it anyway, and hopefully everything will be fine. All right, can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did
Can't
you
hear
hear
it.
it?
No.
You didn't hear it?
Mm-mm.
Wait a minute. All right, hang on a second. This one. I mean, I don't know why it's not working. Nah, because I can hear it perfectly fine. Oh, come on, man. Let me
Yeah,
see.
can't hear it at all.
Yeah, if you can't hear it, then they can't hear it either.
Mm. You want
Uh,
me to try?
yeah. Let's see if I can figure this out.
Go on Twitter. Actually, I may have to restart mine too. Hold on. I don't think I put shared audio. Uh,
Did you hear that?
no. Go ahead. Say it again. No, I don't hear anything.
Okay. Hmm. That's very weird.
Let me see if it'll try on my end.
Cannot believe this thing's not working.
Can you hear this?
For the East West game and
Yeah.
You
and
can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's all right. So since you can hear that, let's go to Tom Brady's page. All right, so I don't understand why posting pictures in your underwear, but okay. Um. Okay.
right away.
You hear this?
I'm retiring.
Yep.
Okay.
Guys,
Let's play this man.
good morning, guys. I'll get to the point right away. I'm retiring for good. I know the process was a pretty big deal last time, so when I woke up this morning, I figured I'd just press record and let you guys know first. So I won't be long-winded. You only get one super emotional retirement essay, and I used mine up last year. So really thank you guys so much to every single one of you for supporting me, my family, my friends, teammates, my competitors. I could go on forever. There's too many. Um, Thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing. Love you all.
All right, so that's him retiring for a second time. Now, do I think he's more sincere this time? Yes. Do I think that that was it? What the hell was that?
But
All right, I'm hearing background noise. Um. Anyways, okay. Do I think he's more sincere? Yes. Do I believe him? No.
you think he's coming back?
For the right price, yeah.
Well, what did it, where is this coming from? Why do you think he's? So you think he's lying?
I don't know if I go as far as say that he's lying. I just don't know if I just don't know if I believe him.
I think this is it for him because he knows, like he knows for a fact that most likely he's not going to win another Super Bowl. I don't think he's going to stay. I don't think he's going to go back to New England. I don't think he's going to go to any other team. He pretty much proven everything that he needed to prove that he's still the GOAT. He's still the best quarterback of all time. So, and the fact that he really couldn't compete at all, there's really no point for him to continue anymore. He's just going to continue to wane. He's not performing the same way like he was before, especially when he was with New England. I do think he got robbed last year. I think he should have won MVP last year over Aaron Rodgers,
Mhm.
but now he's even more afraid to get hit than ever before. Like I remember, like he would stay in the pocket, and when he would see somebody come, he would still throw the ball anyway, and then try to brace himself afterwards. But now he doesn't even do that anymore, and I understand why. He's older, and he shouldn't be able to take hits from these 200-300 pound guys who want to demolish him. So with all that, I think he's sincere. I think he's serious. I think he doesn't want to play anymore. I think he wants to spend more time with his family, and that's pretty much it. He's not going to win any more MVPs or anything like that. And it showed that even with the numbers that he had, it really didn't impact winning that much. It really didn't impact that much winning. And
Nope.
so I think he's done. I think he's done. He finally fell off the cliff, like a lot of people like to say, and he's just not the same guy anymore. So it's over. It's done. And like I said before, it's time for him and Aaron Rodgers and all these other guys, Matt Ryan, etc., Russell Wilson to move on, and it's time for the youngings to take over. All the young guys need to take over, and we've been seeing great football with these young quarterbacks. That's what we need to see from now on.
And I know. All right, so because he is retiring, I think he's going to I think he's going to broadcasting for Fox,
Hmm.
and that they're going to pay him 10 years, like over 300 million. That's crazy.
Wait? That's confirmed?
Hmm.
Holy,
I think it's like 3 million, three over 300 million, like 347 million is what I saw.
my goodness,
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
that
You do
is
one game a week.
dang, dude. 300 million, bro.
And I don't know if he's gonna be good in that role, but it don't really matter if you're making that much money.
Well, he knows the ins and outs of football, like how
Yeah,
Peyton Manning is.
yeah, but
Um, so I think he'll do great. I think he'll
just
do
because,
great.
just because just because you know what you're talking about doesn't mean that you're entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the problem. Like
I mean,
if he's entertaining enough.
Peyton Manning's entertaining. Tony Romo's entertaining, and I think Troy Aikman's entertaining. So you don't think the same thing will happen with Tom Brady? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, we'll see, man. Like Nolan said, give him money, but he's gonna get a lot of it. He's gonna get a lot of it. But
He's gonna have a ton.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't really have much else to say.
no, I'm pretty much done.
Yeah. All right, last topic. Kyrie Irving gets traded, asks for a trade, and then gets traded. So the trade request happened. What did it happen on Friday, right? Yeah, it happened on Friday. Okay, I sent it to you,
Hmm.
and your reaction was like you were stunned.
Yeah.
You were stunned when everything started coming together and kind of it started making sense. Like I said, over the year, over the past year, he was trying to get the Nets to give him an extension. The Nets said no. No, remember after they said no, he asked for a trade. He requested a trade. Then they couldn't find anyone to trade for him, so he decided to do the 1 more year deal and just kind of bank on himself.
Yeah.
Now that the deadline was coming up, I remember his agent said that he said publicly that um they would like an extension. They would like to stay in New York and Brooklyn and do the extension. That didn't happen, so he asked for a trade. He asked for a trade, and now Dallas stepped up and pretty much got him. So what's your thoughts on this?
My thing is, I, Kyrie Irving, man. When I say this dude is just unusual, he's very mysterious, a pure enigma. I don't know. I don't know what the proper term to use. But for me,
Pain in the
I'm
ass.
I'm okay. I'm still confused, perplexed because look, the team was still in the hunt even with Kevin Durant out.
It seems like
Even
every time he gets hurt, all hell breaks loose.
yeah,
Don't you
yeah.
notice that? Because the whole drama with James Harden happened when he got hurt, and what happened this time when he got hurt.
And I don't necessarily think I think that just happened by coincidence. I don't think it had anything to do with Kevin Durant. I think it has something to do with the front office. I honestly think it has something to do with the front office because it seems like, especially with the whole anti-Semitic stuff that was going on, him and Sean Marks really didn't see eye to eye, and their owner, what's his name,
Josiah.
Joe Tsai. I remember. Don't you remember all the stipulations that
Hmm.
he gave Kyrie before?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and did he do any of those stipulations? I know he did some of them, but did he do all of them? I don't think he
I
did.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. And I honestly believe the awkwardness between him and management. I think he probably pretty much had enough and said, "Okay, you know what? I'm out. I want to leave." And I think the contract that you mentioned was the icing on the cake. I think all of that, including with the all the awkwardness and the drama that has been going on, and I think the contract was the icing on the cake for Kyrie Irving. Now, I do think that is the primary reason why he wanted to leave, but I also do think with all the chaos that was happening with him with Joe and Sean, it was just too much. I think it was too much for him to handle, and that's why he wanted to leave.
Cause it was reported that if he didn't get traded, he probably would have sat out the rest of the year.
That I didn't know. What?
That's what at least that was reported. That's not it's not true or anything like. I don't know if it's the truth, but is what was reported that they agree to give him a contract extension and they didn't agree to trade him if they weren't going to give him the extension that he might have sat out the rest of the year.
That's crazy. That's crazy. The only thing is that I'm surprised by though is why, but that Dallas did this as if, like, do they really believe that Kyrie Irving is going to stay with them after this season? Isn't he a free agent after this season?
Yeah,
So what in the world is Dallas thinking?
I think they're gonna try to sell him on the idea of playing with Luca. And as long as they're willing to pay him, 'cause remember the thing that Kyrie Irving wants more than anything else is the he wants the new deal. He wants the extension. That's what he wants. He was willing to stay in Brooklyn for the extension, And Brooklyn was the one that weren't willing to give it to him because they rightfully so can't trust him. But and mind you, Dallas is not a free agent destination. It's not.
Yeah.
Like as much of a good, and I think Mark Cuban, bit of a crybaby, but he is a good owner. He's willing to pay for the free. He's willing to pay money for He's willing to pay money to support that team. Because before he took over, that franchise was a joke.
Yeah.
People don't remember that franchise was a joke, and that was when they had Jason Kidd at his athletic prime, Jimmy Jackson, Jamal Mashburn, and they were still a joke.
Mm-hmm.
So so Mark Cuban is a great owner, but for some reason they've never been able to attract premium free agents, despite the area, despite the no income tax and all the other stuff. They've never been. So I it doesn't surprise me that they made this trade. It doesn't surprise me. I think they
Okay.
had. Yeah, go ahead.
It looked like okay. I'm gonna read this one, real quick. I'm not the whole article, but
Yeah.
I find this to be a little bit interesting. I don't think that was the deal breaker, but maybe this is the reason why Dallas decided to do it. So here, um, let me see. Let me see. Okay, there are various issues limited with averaging 142 games in a 3-point season. With the Nets, and he and Durant were together for 74 games. Right? Well, no, this is not it. Irving Simon free agent with Durant joining. No, not this one. Oh, here it is. Here it is. After the Nets lost to Dallas at home in overtime in October, Irving said that he saw traits of Mavericks being a great team. Do you remember him saying this?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And he spoke at length of how highly he thinks of Doncic, Luka Doncic game after the Mavs star had a 41 point, 14 rebound, 11 assist masterpiece. I think first we've got to discuss just how long he's been playing professional basketball. I think it's been since like 14, 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Irving said that night he used to seeing so many different defenses, so many different roles that he's played, I'm sure, overseas. And now that he's in the NBA, you just see him. He plays at an incredible pace. He makes great decisions. Now look, I'm not gonna just say, oh, just because he quoted a couple nice things about another team, that was the main reason. But it seemed like he did find some type of interest. What would it be like to play with this guy? Maybe, just maybe, that Dallas decided to take the risk and get rid of all their assets and see maybe Kyrie Irving might be enjoying playing with that organization. Maybe it's possible. Because look, let me see. I think it's on here because they got rid of everybody who played for the Nets anyway. Let me see if is it on here. Let me see. Okay, yeah, right here. So the Brooklyn Nets have officially agreed with Irving's to the Dallas Mavericks, and the team announced Monday that the Nets receive Spencer Dinwiddie. He's actually okay. He's actually
Yeah,
decent.
he's good. Well, like Brooklyn got good pieces for him. They got good pieces for him.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's enough for them to win a championship,
No.
but they got good pieces for him.
No. Because I don't. As great as Dinwiddie is, who would you think is the second guy after Kevin Durant? Like who would you
It should
trust?
be it should be fucking it should be Ben Simmons.
This guy said Ben Simmons.
It should be with
Oh my god.
all that money they're paying him. It should be Ben Simmons, and that what makes this whole thing a not only funny but a disaster for the Brooklyn Nets.
You mean after the
Um,
trade?
yeah. After all this, the unmitigated, at least the whole saga of Durant and Kevin and Kyrie, a fucking disaster,
Yes.
an absolute abysmal disaster. Because look at they, dude. They had in the 4 years that
Hmm.
they had obviously they have Kevin Durant, right?
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, and James Harden. Now, no, obviously not at the same time. But look at the All Star that they have on that team. And look, and what's the furthest they've been? What's the furthest they've been? The second round, and even go even further than that, right? When they made that deal with Boston all those years ago to get Durant and Paul Pierce and stuff like that, right? And then they paired them up with Brooke Lopez
Yeah.
and Darren Williams. That team didn't go anywhere. They didn't do anything.
Nope.
And that was arguably one of the worst trades of all time because they traded away a pick that could have been. I think it could have been. No, it was not Jason Tatum, but I know they traded away a draft pick that could have been some. I forgot who it was, but they traded a lot. They traded a lot to get those bums from Boston, and it didn't get them nowhere.
Nope.
And then you look at this, and different regime, different ownership, but dude, that area's cursed. That area's cursed.
Yeah. What drives me nuts is that how is it that you have Kyrie Irving, who is an elite player, James Harden, an elite player, and then you expected Ben Simmons, to be an elite player, an elite player, and out of the three guys, you lost them all. Out of all the guys that you had who were supposed to be elite and help you to win a championship, you lost everybody except for Kevin Durant.
And Kevin Durant asked for a trade too. Like we
Yeah,
don't know, we don't know what his thought process is. We have
yeah.
no idea what his thought process is.
Freaking Ben Simmons is a shell of himself. He's not elite, obviously, and you lose two other elite players in your squad. Like I don't think I ever seen something like this ever in my life. Throughout all history, this had to be the worst possible thing that could ever happen in the organization. To have elite players you expect to win a championship, and everybody everybody asks for a trade.
It's crazy.
Everybody wanted to leave.
It's
And
crazy.
mind you, this is another prime example of why I said that player empowerment does not work. You have to let the organization do their job. You have to let the general manager, the coaches, and everybody else, the owner, do their jobs. You have to make them. You have to trust the process. But if you want to take over, like look, you wanted Steve Nash and you disrespected that dude. And look, I get it. You can't fire the players. You can't. I understand that. So you had no choice but to get rid of Steve Nash. But they were the one that wanted him to be in that team in the first place. And look how you treated him. I guarantee you right now, Steve Nash is like, you know what? I got fired, but I'm still getting paid, and I'm glad I don't have to deal with this headache anymore.
Mhm.
I'm glad I don't have to deal with this headache anymore. Now, with Kyrie Irving gone, you still have a headache in that organization. You still have to deal with Ben Simmons nonsense. You still have to do with Ben Simmons. So to me,
And the coach, we talked about it last week. The coach looks like he's over it.
yes, and he has done a phenomenal job. Which once again, it goes to show that Ben Simmons was the issue the whole entire time. But in this particular case right here, bro, I think at this point, bro, Kevin Durant is gonna ask for a trade, and then once that happens, if I'm right about that, dude, just start from scratch. Get rid of him. If he asks for a trade, just trade him and just start from scratch. Just ask for draft picks or something like that. That's what they need to do. They need to start over. It's just too much drama. You can't do this to your fan base anymore. You can't.
Yeah. Their fan base has they seen what like 13, 14 years of incompetence. That's I mean it is what it is, man. Like it is what it is. Now when I heard about it, I wasn't super surprised because like I said, that would players do that. Players do that. They they're gonna ask for trades if they're not gonna get the extension or whatnot. It is what it is, man. Now, what do you think? What do you think is gonna happen with Dallas? What do you think that puts Dallas?
Uh, I believe that Dallas is. I think they have a chance to win a championship. Yes, only because of all the injuries that's been going on in the West. What's been going on with Steph Curry? That team wasn't really playing that well anyway. Um, and with Zion, he's being hurt. Constantly. We can't trust him of being hurt. So, in my opinion, Dallas doesn't really have that much competition when you think about it, with the exception of the Grizzlies and the Nuggets. They don't really have that many teams to worry about. So because of that, and because everyone seems to be nearly equal with the exception of the top two, I think Dallas definitely has a capability of actually going to the finals. I do. I think with those two guys, even though they don't play defense, I think with them being such higher firepower, two offensive players, is going to be very, very tough to stop them. It's going to be extremely tough to stop Kyrie Irving and Luka at the same time. I think it's going to be tough, and I think this is also going to help the team when Luka goes to the bench, or if one of them goes to the bench, you still have somebody on the court who could give you baskets.
Mhm.
And this is I think this is something that Kyrie Irving definitely wants. Well, what do you think?
Me personally, I think they are in. Cause I don't think there's any team in the Western Conference that I think is like dominant, right?
Correct.
Like, I don't think there's any team in the Western Conference that's dominant. So, I think this was a smart move on their part just so they can get some star power and get someone who can supplement the scoring that Luka does. Because like I said, if you're depending on Luka to score 50, 60 a game in the playoffs, you're not gonna win. So you need a guy in Kyrie Irving. I don't think he's a winning player. He's a guy who can play well with the second with a second superstar like Luka. Like you said, you see a lot of the parallels between Luka's game and LeBron's game. And Kyrie Irving could thrive on that. The only thing that I worry about them is defensively because at least that the second guy who I forgot his name, Fenner Smith, I think his name is.
Hmm.
I apologize if I don't have his name, but he was a good defender, and they have no and like you said, Luka's not a defender. Kyrie,
No.
I don't think he's not a bad defender, but he ain't nothing special. You know what I mean? He ain't nothing special as a Dorian Finney Smith. Yeah, that's his name. He's not much of a defender in his own right. Well, I mean, I'm talking about like Kyrie. Both guys are not great defenders, so they're gonna struggle defensively. But if you're Dallas, you gotta make a move like this. You
Take
gotta
the
strike
risk.
while the iron's hot. Yeah, take the risk, and hopefully he signs the extension. You keep him, and then you build around Kyrie and Luca. Build a team around them, and then you have a better. You, I think you'll have a better shot of um of being better next year.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I 100% agree with that. And look, they clearly believe that having two great offenses is going to work. I mean, look, it was supposed to work with him and Durant, and you saw how dominant they were being when everybody was healthy at the time. And even with that garbage Ben Simmons, they were still up in the top 2 3 seed.
Yeah,
So
that thing is he wanted his money.
yeah,
That
so I so
he
I be- so
wanted,
I believe having playing with another elite player, all that's going to do is just enhance the team offensively. So I honestly think that they can make it far. They can make it to the finals. I don't know if they're not going to win it, but they could definitely make it to the finals because the lack of competition that's in the Western Conference now.
yeah. Okay. Did you hear that?
No.
You didn't hear that? Yeah. I'll just play. I want to play before you go because I'm kind of I don't have much. I don't have nothing else to say. Let me read this from Nolan. I wouldn't take Kyrie solely to avoid a headache. I agree. I agree there. Because a lot of people are saying, and I think you tagged me saying, "Oh, you would love Kyrie Irving on the Heat." Absolutely not.
I think you would
Absolutely
definitely
not.
like to have him on the Heat.
I would accept it, but I'm not gonna. I'm not. But no, I wouldn't want him on that team. I would have straight up said, "Shove your up." shove your stipulations up. You know, you know.
I guess you're. I mean, I understand that, but the thing is, Nolan, when Kyrie has done all the things that he has done, there was a tweet that they showed on Twitter of how he destroyed the Cavs, how he destroyed Boston, and now how he destroyed the Nets. So I could understand why they would have conditions, caveats, if you will. I get it, but you know what? He feels that no, that's you trying to give me a low blow. He wasn't going to stand for it. He was going to stand his ground, and so I understand his position also, because I'm not going to blame him for everything. Because once again, even though we disagree, I'm not going to blame him for the vaccine. I'm completely on his side on that, and the whole anti-Semitic stuff. Nah, I don't agree that he should be punished for that either. Everything else though, yeah, definitely all his fault, all his fault. But as far as everything else, no, I don't agree. But I don't like the stipulations. I think it's wrong that they gave him that, and maybe he pretty much had enough. And again, like I said, all the drama with Joe and Sean Marks, it was just too much. It was too much drama in that organization anyway.
Can you hear this?
It was actually refreshing that people was actually talking about basketball, like just pure basketball with that team. It was actually refreshing. It was good. But now we got more drama. Although it's juicy, it's starting to become just a nuisance at this point. So I'm happy that he got in Dallas. Hopefully he'll be able to succeed. But that's really all I have to say, from this day forward. Nets isn't going anywhere. I think Dallas is actually going to make some noise in the playoffs.
Can you hear this?
Oh, you're talking about the drama between the two of them?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't hear anything.
Nothing. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let
You
me
might
see. Let me see. Go ahead.
go ahead. Go yeah. And I was gonna say yeah. Go ahead and play, and then we'll be out. We're actually
Yeah.
doing good on time, so we're
Yeah.
not even in 3 hours, so that's good.
Let me see. Let me see if it work on Twitter.
Strange, it's not working on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's kind of odd. But my goodness, man.
So you heard the argument between the two already.
I was watching somebody making a video of it, but I didn't really get to see the whole entire thing.
I don't deny
You heard
that.
it?
Wait, so first off, I'm not
Yeah, I can hear it
I
now.
don't deny that being
Okay. Let me start over.
All right.
Daily News.
No, but
That's not gonna happen.
we put a different kind of onus on our athletes than we do, and you made mention of that on your podcast.
I can't see
I
anything.
don't deny that.
Wait, so first off, I'm not the
Oh.
one.
I don't
you're the
deny
one saying
that.
I'm being sensitive.
I don't
holding
deny
my
that.
line, but you're the one that seemed very emotional.
Oh my God.
And
No,
then
just
that's
listen to the
Go
audio.
ahead,
I don't.
come on,
You
man.
don't have to play.
Go ahead,
Just
Jay.
listen to the audio.
Go ahead, Jay.
I'm not sitting up here on national TV absolving Kyrie Irving of every decision.
That's
I'm not
bull. Shut the
holding
fuck
account
up.
of every
You're
decision.
lying.
I'm just saying how it's interesting to me. It just carries such a bigger momentum in particular. More so than anybody else.
Jay,
Stephen A.
you know what? What I would ask you is do me a favor. Stop telling us what you find interesting and just tell us what you feel.
No, my job is to be interesting.
I agree with him on that.
You always say that.
Wait, pause
Say
it,
what
pause it,
you're
pause it,
saying.
pause it, pause
What are
it.
you saying?
Wait, you agree, Stephen A.
Yeah.
On that?
Yeah.
Why?
Cause he always had this, because Jay Williams always had this bullshit thing of saying, "Oh, I find it interesting that so and this." No, stop saying that shit. Say what you mean what you say. Say what you mean what you say. And I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I have a problem with Jay Williams in a second.
What am I saying? I just said what I'm saying, Stephen A.
Which is,
And I'm not allowed to say what I find interesting.
of course you are.
But like once again,
Of course, I invite you on the show to say what's interesting.
He thinks you're too preoccupied with Kyrie, too hard on Kyrie.
Did I mention Kyrie Irving last week before he demanded a trade? We were talking football. How many times have I mentioned Kyrie Irving over the last few
I don't
weeks?
seem to be the one being triggered right now.
Well, I'm always triggered.
No, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you are not.
Okay.
I've seen you.
No,
I watch
no
your
problem.
show every day.
So what?
Are we talking about about Kyrie, or is this personal?
It seems personal.
I don't want it to be personal.
What seems personal?
So,
It seems personal for you.
For me, with
You stay
Kyrie,
quiet.
Yes.
you
One,
of all,
being personal.
you of all, with all the interest you have, got the nerve to sit here on national television and tell me I'm getting personal with a player. I don't lose no sleep.
I didn't say you lose
I
sleep.
don't lose any sleep
I
over
didn't say
Kyrie
you lose
Irving.
sleep.
I'm passionate about the subjects I'm passionate about. I don't accuse you of getting personal when you take the
You
position
have
you
accused
take.
me of getting personal.
Oh my God.
You have,
all
Stephen
right.
A.
Can I go on the court?
I'ma leave it
Can I go on the court
I'ma
real
leave it
quick? Because
alone.
I'd like to.
I'ma leave it
Because when we
I'ma leave
started
it
off,
We both got a lot to say.
all right.
You do?
Yeah.
You do?
Okay,
Just say
guys,
it, Jay.
can I?
Just say it,
I'm
Jay.
not in here for that. I'm not in here for
Just
that.
say it, Jay.
I'm on your show.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
We're all colleagues. We're all teammates.
Okay, let me see what I have a problem with Jay Will, right?
All right.
He is always bootlicking for Kyrie Irving. And if you're going to bootlick for him, then fine, whatever. But don't he had this one comment when during the whole thing with the Jewish thing, right?
Mhm.
Where he's saying, well, we have people who've made bad comments before, like Don Imus, and he mentioned these people, and I'm like, hey, dumb motherfucker, Don Imus got fired for calling a group of high school girls nappy-headed hoes. He got fired for that. So why would you bring it up? So and you know, like I said, he's always taking Kyrie's side, saying, "Oh well, what about the organization?" We all know that organization's dog shit. We all know they are.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. The problem is that every controversy that they face always centers around him. It always centers around Kyrie. Whether you feel like it's justified or not, the drama always follows him around. And when someone always gets followed with drama, you stay away from that person. Because sooner or later, you're going to get caught up in the vortex.
Yeah, I think he is attacking, Stephen A for no reason. And secondly, he didn't even.
He's saying that Stephen A's criticism of Kyrie comes off as personal. And while you can criticize Stephen A for that in the past, it's not the case here. In fact, there are times when he's been too lenient on Kyrie.
And all Stephen A is pretty much saying is that Kyrie has a history of not showing to work. That's a fact.
Yeah,
That's 100% fact. Once again, I don't mind about the whole him not wanting to take the vaccine. I will always be on his side for that. But the situation that happened with with the Capitol and him not coming, or I have family issues, etc. Him not coming to work has always been a huge issue with Kyrie Irving. Has always been an issue, and Stephen A is 100% spot on that. I don't understand why I don't understand why he's getting all upset at Stephen A when all he's doing is just bringing up facts. Facts don't care about your feelings, my man. So you attacking Stephen A for bringing up Kyrie's history is stupid. It's dumb because it's one of the reasons why the team has been compromised for the past. Whether if it's him not showing to work, whether if it's him with injuries, whether it's him constantly asking for trades, whether if it's him not cooperating with the team, whether if it's him not showing respect to Steve Nash when he was their coach. It's all of that is involved Kyrie Irving. It's all Kyrie Irving. Now, if you want it now, I understand that other people had issues too. Like Durant caused some drama too, and especially Ben Simmons causing drama now. But at the end of the day, though, Kyrie Irving is still part of the Was still part of the problem. It seems like he's trying to absolve Kyrie Irving completely, like as if he has done nothing wrong. Like, come on, man, like don't do that. When you see somebody is not doing their job, when you see somebody who's not performing, or when you see somebody who's trying not to go to work and in the public eye, yes, you have the right to call them out on it. And sports writers, reporters, whoever, etc., they have the right to do the exact same thing. They have to do the exact same thing.
The only thing I will say is if they do talk about this tomorrow on Jay Will's show, Gonna be interesting because you know who hosts that show.
Max Kellerman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting. But anyways,
So you're gonna watch it?
I probably won't be able to because I have to go see my dad in the morning.
Oh,
But
okay. Okay.
I'm sure I'll see it somewhere on YouTube or whatever. But on that note, I guess this is the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Hopefully Saturday we will have another show. Well, what are we doing on Saturday? We're
Yeah.
doing the
Saturday.
Tekken. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing the Tekken ranking of all the Tekken games that were out, that
Mhm.
came out, and we'll do a brief talk about the Tekken 8 that they showcase, and we're gonna have the E3 discussion. We're gonna share our personal feelings of E3,
Yeah.
and that's going to be the show for this Saturday. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Hopefully, there won't be no interruptions.
Yeah.
Go ahead
Hopefully.
with the roll call.
All right. So Ruben, thank you for watching. Nolan, thank you for watching. Critical Drop. Malta, thank you guys for watching. Rosemai, thank you for watching. Jeremiah, shout out to you. Thank you for watching. F, thank you for watching. See Ed, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Who else? I know Jordan. I think I saw Jordan Garcia here one time. Thank you for
Don't
watching.
forget about Chris.
Chris, yeah. Oh, it was Chris. It was Chris. My bad. I thought it was someone else. Chris, thank you for watching. Conspiracy Agent, thank you for watching. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah, I got to mod some other people. So more of you guys will get modded in the next couple weeks. So yeah.
Modded.
Yeah, like I'll explain it to you later.
Okay. Well, anyway, all you guys, man, I'm actually really happy of the of you guys partaking, in the chat. It really means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to who we. Also, you guys are
Absolutely.
always consistently, coming here supporting us, and from time to time, we get some newcomers on here, which is great. So the only favor that we ask for you guys, if you could just give us a quick like, just push that thumb up button, and share it. Like if you have an opportunity to share it, whether if it's on Twitter or IG or Facebook or whatever, so other people could show some more support of our channel, and we will continue to make more. So this is the Traditionalist 101 signing out. Have a good one.
All right, everybody, 6. I'm out. Bye.
Join the club. I like that.